dramatic effect, but also because I don't know if. Oh, fuck me, I have to put the thingy on the mic. How about now? Do I sound deep voice now? Also, for anybody who's. Well, okay, let's see if we can hear me first before I say anything. Let's see. Bliss. Bliss, internet, bliss. Wait, I'm actually connected to the internet probably. Like, I want to be. Wait, I'm actually. Fuck. God damn it, bro. Lock screen bullshit. Bruh. Yes, I am connected to the internet. Okay. Let's see. Like, I want to be. Actually, fuck. God damn it, bro. Lock screen bullshit. Is my voice okay? Blah, blah, blah. I am connected to the internet. Okay. Hold up. I know this is gonna be very jarring for anybody listening to like what the fuck. It's just voice over voice over voice. Let's see. Come on, internet, do not fail me now. It is 8:34 p.m. EST. Right, I'm doxing myself. Why is it taking so long to load? 8:34 p.m. EST. Right, I'm doxing myself. Why is it taking so long to load? Okay. I think it's good. I might need to move my mic closer to my face. How about that? Okay. I think it's cool. I might need to move my mic closer to my face. Oh, that's fucking a million times better. There you go. Now we're gonna do. All right. Okay. So, continuing onwards. Oh, by the way, what I wanted to say is for those of you who are, who anybody from the future who's like trying to watch my streams, fucking in sequentially, right, chronologically. Can't even think right now. Jesus Christ. But anybody's trying to watch that, for some reason, last part 62, is not showing up on like my YouTube dashboard live anything. It's only showing up on the desktop live tab of my channel, right? Not even the mobile version. So no idea why. I shake my hands a lot like this, don't I? Goddamn. But anyways, get your pen, get your paper, draw along, right? I'm gonna. I literally thought that this was a lot more space because I've been like imagining how I'm gonna do this scene, right? I thought I had a lot more space here. I was gonna like draw a dude in a bike coming down here or something, but I think I might have a dude in the bike coming down this way instead. My voice is all mucusy, but anyways, let's and I'm gonna be thinking like the whole point is because today is my only drawing session for the day, right? I do want to make sure that I am thinking as much as possible, right? So it's gonna be a lot of probably mumbling to myself more than anything, but yeah, I'm just trying to like I'm trying to get some foreshortening here, right? This is supposed to be money, right? This is a cash register, and again, the whole point is like we're basically just going to continue forever and always for these lives, not forever and always, but for the foreseeable future. Jesus Christ, that was horrible. For the foreseeable future, these live streams will purely be just for mannequinization, scene building, right? Like, because I do very not complicated, but I draw very unnecessarily complex things, right? Like this drawing that I did last stream, this is cool and all, but it's also a fucking like it's literally shitting on your eyes, right? Because there's a million things going on. So we need to take a step back. We need to be very simple, right? Very simple, and we need to, just try to figure things out in a more purposeful, zoomed out, purely simple form-driven way. All right, like just mannequinization, like just something that's legit. I don't even know what the hell this guy's holding in his hand. I think that's supposed to be money. Right. Yeah, that was supposed to be money, right? So let's see. Well, okay, so this is supposed to be like an old lady mannequin. This guy's clearly very unamused, right? Very unamused. What else do people have on their desks, right? What else do maybe we can add a stapler, right? And again, this is going to teach me very good, like thinking about a lot of stuff, proportions. First, Byron3377. Nice to meet you. I don't know if I've seen that name before. How's it going? How's it going? How'd you find this channel, right? Are you ready to be disappointed that I only stream like once a fucking month or some shit? Because consistency is key, and I have none of it. None of it. Okay, so what could I place here on this desk, right? we could place a stapler. What else do people have on their desk? I want to try doing the whole thing where, apart from, thinking about design, perspective, composition, scale, blah, 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 gesture, all the bullshit that's already very difficult to think about, right? From what I know from watching people like Broken Draw, Kim Jong-il, Peter Han, Kyle Kapinski. Oh, Kyle Kapinski doesn't do much scene building. What's it called? What's his name? Dong Ho Kim, right? Is like the little things. It's the typed in drawing live. Oh, nice. Okay, so literally, this is probably the first time you've come across this channel. Welcome. Watch me become great. This channel is a repository of my practice, and it is a 40 to 80 year endeavor, proving that anybody can draw. If you click on my channel, you'll see there's over 400 videos, right? And then I found it. Nice. And it's just sequential. This is not a delay. This is a delayed gratification channel. It is not a dopamine induced, let me fuck my brain watching a 10-minute short. Here you will see the reality of progress, which is slow, arduous, effortful, consistent, and compounding over decades, right? That is just the reality. So join me, draw along, become great with me. Come on, fucking get your pen, you piece of shit. Piece of shit? I meant piece of shit, right? But what do people have? What do you do? What do people have? Maybe I can get a lamp, right? Maybe we can get a lamp in here. But how big would a lamp be in scale to this? Like, I'm already thinking about a bunch of shit, and I'm constantly trying to keep the horizon line. And this, I'm trying to build a curvilinear perspective, right? We want a giant eyeball just staring at us, right? That's basically what it is. It's funny enough. It's literally a fucking eyeball, right? Not to that extent. But yeah, welcome to the. I guess I can officially W hashtag ViggyFammer because that's the name of my channel, people. But I don't even know if that makes sense, right? But anyways, let's do something like this, right? We're going to create a nice long shaft, right? Because that is actually how progress is made all the time. Is with it. It first began with the shaft, in case you weren't aware, right? Life began with the rod, and only after that did any sort of technological advancement come about, right? We did find some plums within the rod, right? But anyways, what the fuck am I doing? Let's see. I'm trying to think about, again, simple shapes, right? And I'm just trying to think about a sup. Hey, Pixel Art, how's it going? How's it going, motherfucker? You piece of shite. Ha ha ha. Viggy famming. Right. I assume you just expect me to insult you because that's what I've trained you all to expect, right? But anyways, we should probably make this desk a little bit longer. It's really fun. I love this already because like you have to think about space, right? Like where is this person oriented? Where is this person oriented? How far away? Can you draw an atom? Sure, I'll draw an atom. Just for you, I'm gonna use a piece of paper. Fuck, man. Actually, here. I'll draw it here. I'll draw it here because I'm not wasting your stupid request on anything apart from that. Here is your atom. Right? Whee! Right? Sometimes it's a bit bigger. And we'll call this 7H4. This atom doesn't exist yet. You're welcome. There's your atom. Fucking most fucking dumbest request I've ever gotten. Can you draw an atom? Oh, maybe let me just draw 5 dots on the page and be like, there's 500,000 atoms in there, right? Thank you. I appreciate all the support. Isn't that a molecule? I don't fucking know. You think when's the last time I went to school, bro? Okay. Self-taught, of course, right? Self-taught schooling. But anyways, there's so many different lamp shapes, and now I'm gonna try to think about what, I guess, I don't know, like a fucking nice lamp shape is. But let me actually do something variable. Let's bring this out, around, and then inwards, and then like this. Right, there you go. We're gonna try to keep this. This is the base, I guess, for the lamp, right? I actually didn't even intend to make it like this, but if this was good because it gives me good practice for my line work as well. There you go. Right, that could be a molecule. I have no idea. Right, you're talking to the wrong person, but I'm an artist and I'm an autist, but I'm definitely not a scientist. And then this is the switch, right? And this is great. I love how this is really, really challenging my line weight as well. And I'm specifically trying to use only simple shapes, simple forms, whatever the fuck you want to call it, like simplicity, right? This probably doesn't even look that simple. It probably like, and the thing is like this shape design is pretty mediocre. I've gone from bad to very good. I'm proud of you. I don't know what you're talking about. I assume art, right? But let's close this off because I don't actually want, actually no, we need to get a wire. Or maybe this is a battery powered lamp. Fuck it, it's a battery powered lamp, right? I assume you're talking about art because that's all supposedly we're supposed to be talking about here, right? And I'm proud of you for that. I'm so proud of you. Like, subscribe, watch every video, give me your attention. I'm so proud of you. But Anyways, now that I'm done pretending to give a shit about my fans, right? Even people that are new, now that I'm done pretending, right? Because you came here for authenticity, right? You came here for authenticity, but, and I just came, so now I'm being really authentic. But let's see, bring the shape down, bring it out over here. This is maybe some sort of like wrapping, and maybe we can have a hinge, right? Some sort of hinge. And this is great. Again, I'm really trying to keep it simple. This might not seem simple to you, but to me, this is pretty as simple as it gets, which is I'm just doing like basic subtractions and maybe some additions, right? But like no, very little form manipulation in that regard, right? And it's good because like there's not really much proportion going on here, and I'm really struggling with that as well, right? And but I really do want to build some sort of a scene today, right? I want to be proficient. I want to be free, right? I want to be free. I think that's a song. I don't know if that's a song, but and I am I'm consciously thinking. Can't even speak. I am consciously thinking about what type of what type of silhouette this should have, right? What the design is. Am I thinking to the extent that it's good? No, but I'm trying. I'm really trying to make something out of this. First, like, thank you so much. This is a real Viggy Fammer. Everybody take note, all right? I want you to be cooming first like every time you see my videos, all right? Nothing more, nothing less, right? The stains should be reflective of your commitment, but anyways, let's see. And again, my line work is like this really could use a lot of work. But the whole goal is like ignore it, make the mistakes, and try to make them simple shapes. So what kind of lamp do we want? Well, maybe we want a lamp that has a bulb. Maybe we could have like a dog mannequin here, right? Looking up at this lamp. So let's see. Like there's a lot of things. This is the beautiful part. Like I love this already because all I want to do is use simple shapes and simple mannequins and like use people as a story and use the environment as a story. Like people always fucking jerk off over the word storytelling, right? And I've done my fair share, don't trust me, right? But it doesn't mean anything until you wipe your stains, right? Just wipe your stains. But anyways, let's something like this, and we will actively make this segmented, right? This is great. Like again, it's really. Can you draw something after this? It would just be a doodle. XD Kelly 6094. Well, after this, like I'm trying to fill the entire page. So, A, are you new? Kelly 60. I don't think I've seen that name. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Kelly. Like, subscribe. Give me your give me what's up? How's it going? But what do you beg for if not for likes or money, right? I don't know. This whole new creator economy is really confusing. But new to the channel, old to the channel. What the fuck is up? Okay, so now I want to create a pivot, right? I want to pivot away from my shit commentary and do something useful for humanity. But since that's impossible, let's just continue drawing, right? But yeah, curious, new channel. I mean, new fucking subscriber, old subscriber, fucking cocksucker, anything. I'm curious about my fans. Only surface level, of course. I could give less of a shit. I'm thinking more about the drawing, but let's pretend like we're a community, right? Emphasis on the unity and then the come. I've made that joke like 50 times over the course of these 400 videos, but I'm trying to think, if you're wondering what I'm thinking, but I'm trying to think explicitly about like how this attachment here is connecting to whatever shape is going to create a pivot to make it so, oh, okay, I think I know. We'll do something like this. There you go. And something like that. So this way we have a spherical shape that is going around. And then yeah, Kelly, you got to be way more specific about your request. Can you draw something after this? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I've been through? Do you know what I haven't drawn? Nearly everything. So thank you. Thank you for reaching. Thank you for my TikTok. I'm going into floating window. Dude, I have no idea what any of this means. What the fuck is wrong with the YouTube community, bro? I'm going into floating window? Okay, nice. I am going into a deep depression after reading that comment, right? In Minecraft, because I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that without getting fucking anal by YouTube's community guidelines, right? Can I even say that word anymore? Guidelines? Who knows? Who knows, right? But I'm trying to think, like, does this even make sense in terms of a hook? Well, maybe. Okay, so I wanted to like actually wanted the lamp to be facing us, but since this pivot doesn't really make much sense, right? Or does it? Maybe we could. Does this really look like a lamp anymore? It could. I feel as if it could, but I really have to, because the funny thing is there's so many designs for everything. So technically this could be whatever the fuck I want it to be, right? But at the same time, pee pee poo poo, right? So, and I'm still trying to use simple forms. Like I'm not trying to texture. We're not trying to do anything that isn't just the form, right? And obviously like I'm trying to think about composition. So this is like the silhouette. What is a nice way to bring the silhouette out, right? What is good? What is good, right? So trying to think. There you go. That actually didn't really work out either. Whatever. Should have left that as it is. But let's see what, and I'm really genuinely trying to think about quote unquote design for this, right? It's like, what can I do that makes, oh shit, that was a mistake, but like that makes this look decent. And obviously I don't want it to take up too much space either, right? There's a lot of thinking going on. Like and I'm constantly trying to keep the horizon line and the perspective in mind, right? But I think at the very least, what I can do now is try to think about how this lamp is coming here. But I have seen this. I have seen a lot of this, and I'm pretty sure this exists. We'll close that off there, and then we'll do something like this. And I'm trying to think, like, is that a nice silhouette? Who knows? But let's get our, and I'm trying to think, what I'm thinking about here is like a box and then an ellipse going inside of it, right? So I'm trying to get the, and I'm obviously trying to think about the space that it occupies as well, as in like what this is attaching to. And I'm also trying to think about the silhouette here, like how this is gonna curve into this, right? But maybe I should get it closer. Maybe I should get it closer. I don't know. Can you draw the cosmic microwave background? I don't know what that means. I have no idea what the fuck that means. But yes, I can draw it. Will I draw it? No. Do I know what to draw? Absolutely not. But I can draw it. So there you go. Like, subscribe. Anyways, back to real, actual important things like the fucking drawing, right? Oh, let me do this. Let's maybe this will be a like a little dial. And now I'm obviously thinking about the ellipse, right? On the other side, like that's inside this. And we could first connect it. Obviously, I'm really trying my best not to complicate things, but like only think about the form and just the overall silhouette and like the function this shit has. But as I say that, I'm obviously making this maybe slightly more complex than it needs to be. Oh, Viggy, you're so funny, always doing things you can't do and saying things you won't do, right? So, what can we do? Wait, I just got an idea. Maybe this guy's stealing the bulb. Maybe she's so distracted, this guy's actually stealing the bulb. So we could have let's see, something like this, right? We could do something like this. Okay, so like obviously I need my ellipse to be a lot better, but this is the thing, this is what I love about art, and especially these types of like storytelling drawings, is the fact that we are forced to, not forced, but it inspires us, and these lines are horrendous, Jesus Christ, but it inspires us to be quote unquote creative, right? Like be creative essentially. And like creativity is such a fucking vague, ephemeral, to quote Chris Williamson, because he says that word a fucking lot. Ephemeral, right? But it's so ephemeral that I need to let me just see. Let me think about this. So this is, it's coming down this way, right? We have this. Let's see, fucking, this is not a good silhouette at all. Yeah, this is definitely not a good silhouette, but then it just comes down to like, okay, how am I going to start defining a good silhouette for myself, right? Let's see. This is like a cone-like shape, right? Is this even a good lamp? Probably not. Actually, most definitely not, but this is the part where I'm thinking, right? This is where I'm constantly thinking. Let's see. This probably is turning. How's this turning? Something like this, actually? Is this even accurate? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But let's see. And obviously, this all comes down to my line work. But I'm just trying to think ahead as well. Like I'm really trying to zoom out while I draw this. I'm trying to think about this guy's hand being like she's completely distracted. She's fucked up. This woman's literally this poor grandma has dementia, right? Like she thought she opened it, but what she actually did was pull it the fuck out, and then when it came out, she bashed her hand into it because she can't control her motor skills whatsoever anymore, right? So this man, this very good man, listening to 8 mics at once, clearly because that's how it looks, is deciding to steal the bulb because he had a brilliant idea to steal the bulb, right? So let's see. Uh, I need to think about like okay, this is very difficult for me. I want to say this is very difficult is visualizing what his hand and shoulder girdle and everything's gonna look like while he's taking it, but up the ass. But like what I can say for certainty is perhaps this part of his shoulder girdle is coming, like or not coming, but we can see it, right? And now I need to think like he's being very nonchalant, right? So like we have to be like, oh yes, we're totally taking the lamp, right? And I'm gonna try to do the artwad thing, which is they encourage you to use like this almost like 3 appendages. It's like this, and this. Like that's their little mannequin that they have, and it's not gonna look incredible, right? But it's just to get you in the idea of the form itself. And this already looks pretty off, to be honest. And let's just say this is the screw for the light bulb, right? And we have to make sure that it's also, there you go. Oh, perfect. I actually did get that decently. And see, he's grabbed it. He's grabbed it, and now he is going to steal it, right? So he is very much so taking it. But also I'd have to think about, okay, what the fuck does this look like? What does a silhouette to a cylinder like this even look like? Right? And like, what does his arm look like? Because his arm is probably something like this. Right? Bro, do you know Dojo? Anna Sade, who is this? Nobody's ever answered my question. New subscriber, old subscriber, who are you? Please, Wiggy fan with me. I don't know what I'm saying. Do you know Dojo? I mean, I know of dojos. Like, I know the concept of a dojo exists. It's a really odd question. Some might say a very dumb question. Some might say, like, subscribe, give me money. I wouldn't, right? I would demand it. But no, I don't know what you're talking about. The fuck? Do you know Dojo? Yes. Do you know McDonald's? Yes. Like, the fuck? Vague terms, so ephemeral. Ephemeral, as they say, right? But anyways, okay, so I need to think about, like, let's go back to fucking drawing, the most important part of this entire stream. But I need to, this is amazing. Like, I'm in extreme cognitive friction, but I'm trying to think about how this hand looks on the opposite side, right? Because my mind wants me to make it go like this. That makes no sense. Like, why would the hand? Who the fuck is like this? You know, who grabs something like that, right? So it's actually the other way. Oh yeah, it's the other way. So, oh, so like I got that wrong, but I can still hopefully see. I shouldn't have drawn the shoulder first, but let's see. Right, we'll do something like we will foreshorten it relatively drastically. That's a bit too much, probably, to be honest. But, and again, it's beautiful. My lines are going to shit. It's absolutely amazing. And then we just gonna ignore that because that was a huge mistake, right? We're just gonna do something like this. See, like I really struggled with foreshortening. Like that's way too much foreshortening. This is not, I'm just fixing it slightly, but that's not to be foreshortened like that, right? And let's see, and then I think this is just gonna come out. And I know there's no gesture. Like I know there's no gesture, right? Why are people pulling up asking retarded questions and then when I answer them, they don't even give me the validation of being like, "Thank you for answering my question, you motherfucker. I am here. Okay, I exist. I'm a human being. I'm a human being." That looks really bad. Oh, because I didn't. There you go. I completely just didn't do the perspective correctly. But this man is yoinking your light bulb. Just a heads up, lady. Like this man is definitely yoinking your light bulb. Now they say yanking your chain. We are going to we are creating new terminology. Yoinking the light bulb, right? It's not funny. I didn't laugh, and you most definitely didn't laugh as well. But I've said it now. I've said it and I can't take it back. I can't even shove it up my bum bum because I've said it. Anyways, none of that makes sense. Okay, so this guy, what is his torso's position like, right? What is actually happening, you know? And more than anything, where's the fucking door, right? Let's start creating the door, you know? So this is like the top. Okay, so the door we'll just put right around here because I really want to foreshorten this. Like I really want to foreshorten all of this. So let's actually what the fuck is this guy's body looking like? Right? Is it like this? Is there foreshortening for the body as well, right? So many questions, zero answers. And I'll only know once I make this mistake. So that's good, because now that I made this mistake, now I'm gonna be like, okay, did I do the right thing by closing the shoulder joint or whatever, the girdle, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I keep saying girdle, but it doesn't sound like a real word, real world to me, right? And there you go. That's just like the socket for the bulb, right? But let's see. What else is happening? What are they doing? Why are you here? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Oh, this is so fun. This is actually so fun. Just like trying to create a scene, and this is great. Like it's grinding my brains. Like I have to think about the mannequin, like how this is like because the thing is, it's like a tilt, right? The pelvic tilt is like you don't want an extreme pelvic tilt, but torso is out like this. The connection to the torso and the pelvis is like straight, and then the pelvis is back, right? Um, so we need to keep that in mind, but we also have to think about in terms of perspective, right? Like what does that look like? So it seems like this guy's actually kind of hunched over this way. It seems like his body is like this, right? So we could actually really lean into that. This is where like gesture comes into play, maybe, right? We could really lean to that. And we also have to think about the horizon. There's so much to think about, but apart from the perspective, the scale, the composition, the design, the gesture, right, the scenery, the balancing, the white spacing, we also have to think about, right? And also what I'm trying to think about is rhythm in terms of like and just like scale, because like this is an old lady, this guy's much taller, right? This, let's just say this is like a fucking grown man, and he's like a little bit above average height, right? So 5'2", but much like me. But let's see. So I want his attitude and his body to be like super laissez-faire, as the youngins say. Now I've noticed that like I put this arm way too forward, right? Oh my god, fuck off, silver comment. You don't pull up for literally months at a time. That's the first thing you say. You bastard. Welcome, welcome. I'm not drawing a penguin. I am not. Actually, maybe I could. Maybe I literally could draw a penguin because I'm doing a mannequinized version. So fuck it. Like it doesn't even have to be perfect, right? But let's see. Uh, this is we're gonna okay. We gotta like commit to the visualization at one point, right? So let's say it's something like this, and this is also very twisted, right? And we will close this off. I'm learning from my last lesson where it's like, remember, don't have to connect the lines, otherwise it looks like it's part of the same thing. Now this guy looks behind. Alas, it seems you are not capable of it. Then, at last, et tu, Brutus, et tu, right? Alas, 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 right? But oh, I just realized that I could turn this situation into like an actual proper situation. I have a better idea. So this lady, this poor grandma, is not incompetent. She is being held at gunpoint because this other hand is gonna be like, yo, 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 put him up, fam, put him up, and it's gonna be a comically large gun. Like, no, actually, we should make it a realistic sized gun because I'm trying to practice skill. Fuck, can't even make it a comically sized gun. But let's see. Uh, shoulder. I'm trying to think like how would like a gangster do it, you know? Because they're all like, yeah, 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 I'm a real one, right? For lack of a better slang. Obviously I don't know how to speak gangster at all. Yo, wagwan, fam, I lie in it. I think I just butchered like 4 different cultures together. But let's. Is the stream working? Oh no, I'm still here. It's just when my hand's not spazzing out on the screen, I'm just like, something must be glitching, right? But let's and this is gonna be very fun, right? Now, like I'm thinking a lot. I'm thinking a lot about what this hand would look like in like a different context. Like obviously I fucked this up already, right? But I'm trying to think because like I want a good gesture. So what do we want? Maybe we want something like this, right? And by like flow, like S curves, right? So is it like this, right? Or is it like this? That could work, right? Where it's thinking is good. Thinking is good. Thinking is exactly what gets you what you deserve, which is the output, right, of the thinking, right? But the input is all that matters. So I'm trying to think. Um, let's see. Maybe I could do something like this, where he's really like his hat. Like again, not too much foreshortening, right? But because like that arm is also too small, so I gotta like make sure I think about that, right? This guy's like clearly fucking tiny ass arms compared to her. Now imagine the shape of a penguin selling its eggs. Maybe I could do that. Maybe we could have a penguin right here begging this man who's robbing this old lady, right? To be like, but alms for the poor. What about my eggs, right? Thank you for once. Silver Comet has come up with something that isn't retarded. Thank you, Silver. Thank you so much, right? Kintama, as the youngins say, right? But I'm trying to obviously like think through the form and to not have things intersect, right? This was a beautiful lesson because I could have easily like made. Basically, the lesson is don't draw the fucking shoulders till the end, right? Because like they're an add-on, at least like for the time being. I could be completely wrong, but let's see. Okay, so I'm trying to see like hi, hey Troubledos, how's it going? Right? How is it going, Troubledos? But let's see, which way? How do we want the flow, the gesture to be? Like, how do we want this guy to be pointing the gun at her, right? Okay, so let me actually start with the gun itself, right? So let's do something like, and I don't want this gun to be too big, he says as he fucking makes it ginormous, right? And actually, do I even know what a gun fucking looks like? This is gonna be like super dumb. This is gonna be like super it's gonna end up looking like he's holding it like this or some shit, right? Ignore my crippled hand. That's just life, right? Oh yeah. So what the fuck's wrong with it? He tore off half of his hand in a freak gym accident, right? 9 years ago already, just crazy. But almost 9 years ago. It's been 8 years. But either way, let's try to think about the gun. Okay, dude, this is so hard. This is actually so good, but I'm really struggling to think about the gun right now. And while I'm doing this, this is not what a gun looks like, but it's too late. Let's foreshorten this. Fuck it. Let's see, and then we can. Well, he's clearly not even pointing it at her, so that's on him. And while we do that, we can do something like this. This is the trigger, right? Emphasis on the igger. And then we bring it back. We hit it from the back, as the youngins say, and then we. Okay, so this is where I need actually to think about how his hand holds the gun, right? Lots of hand holding here, but let's see. Maybe he's like really, really pushing his arm back. Fuck, that was already a mistake, but it's okay. Just have to go with it. Dude, this guy's like holding it in such a retarded way. It's dark and the bottom left corner is blurry. What do you mean? Like the video is dark? How's the video dark? Just put your brightness up. I know the bottom left corner is blurry because for some reason the camera won't focus there. But it looks fine on my end. It doesn't look dark at all. What the fuck, bro? Just put your brightness up. Excusez-moi? Right? I don't get how it's dark. I get that it's blurry because like obviously because I don't have a proper camera set up, right? So every time I move here, it focuses on my hand. When I go away, for some reason, it's not like focusing everywhere. So fuck you. Fuck you. Okay, you fucking have a setup. How dare you tell me what's wrong with mine? But anyways, let's see. And this is good. Like this is Jesus Christ. I definitely drew this in the wrong perspective. I can try fixing it, but I don't know if it will fix it. But let's see. Let's okay, and then we can do something like how the fuck are you supposed to grab this gun? Let's just say he's retarded, because I'm retarded. I literally forgot to have him holding the trigger, right? As far as I remember, there used to be light before. What are you talking about, my friend? Like, is it dark? I don't get how it's dark. Looks fine to me. Looks like you can see the drawing. It's a white piece of paper. It's not super dim, right? I mean, and my ring light is at its darkest, right? If I put it down, this is dark. If I put it down, that's dark. But this is the brightest it goes, right? Hey, fuck you, man. Always talking bear shit. Always talking bear shit, right? This is the act. This is like what the woman from Madagascar sounds like, right? we'll just say he literally has no idea how to hold a gun. Right? And then we will go around, and his thumb is right around here. Obviously, this all makes no sense, but this is what happens when you don't know how to draw, right? And we'll bring that down there, and we'll bring this as well. And it's not supposed to be that large anymore, so we'll just end it like that, right? And this is whatever the fuck this is, right? Great gun design, Viggy. Thank you, Viggy. You're welcome, Viggy. And there you go. There you go. Wunderbar, wunderbar, right? It's a fucking hand. This is good though. I love this. I loved all these mistakes I've been making because it genuinely teaches me that I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, right? And let's see. There you go. He's really like put him up. Put him up, she, yeah, she. And then maybe this is like this one. There you go. And the shoulder girdle is here, even though that's basically dumb. And the elbow joint fucking shape is here. Right? So obviously, like even like the thing is I can draw mannequins, but can I draw them well? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The positioning is off, everything is off. But I caught the flu for a few days, and when I woke up in the middle of the night, my touch and vision got messed up. My touch felt way too velvety, my vision had a different zoom. What the fuck, bro? Cyber is fucking what the hell is it called? Are you RoboCop? Right? God damn, are you okay? I feel as if you're going through some shit every single time. Trouble are you okay? Please. Please talk to me. I will ignore you, but please talk to me. All right? It's okay to be broken. It's okay to be wrong. You're every single one of those things. It's okay. I won't judge you. I'll just dislike you. It's okay. Right? I feel as if I'm a good influence. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. That's the gun. He's not holding it. Clearly, this is why she's also dumb because like she doesn't even realize he's not holding the gun properly, right? But and the thing is like this is all he wants, right? He pointed the gun at her because he's like I want the light bulb, and she freaked out and she's like I'll take all your money, and that's why he's confused. Let's just give him some eyebrows. He's like Nani? I just wanted your light bulb, bro. And she's like, oh no, oh no. How do you make somebody look really shocked with eyebrows? I think it's just you raise them super high, right? Something like that. I don't know. But let's the arms look so bad. The arms look so bad. There you go. That's a bit better. But it's okay. It's all a learning experience. It's all a learning experience. I mean, that's actually a great learning experience because like this is genuinely a huge mistake, right? So let's how do we get the other part of the mannequin, right? I want to let's see something like and we will close it off here, right? This is like the pelvic attachment. Like obviously I struggle a lot with just making things flow decently, of course, but and we'll close off this and maybe I'll just add like a little I don't know, just like a little attachment here, right? What this means, I do not know, but I personally just want to add some little shape here that makes this desk look slightly more interesting or like cash register, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? And it's okay if it doesn't. I'm cool with that, but I'm just doing this. This is like, I guess you could call intuition. No, I don't know if it's a good thing. I don't think it's that good of a thing, but it's yeah, like I think I made my point, right? But there you go. It's like, yeah. Anyways, that was just me feeling out unnecessarily noodling, right? That is just noodling, but let's see. Okay, what else can be done? What else can be done? We gotta stick up here, right? We got to stick up the bum there, right? And now we have to think about because I'm trying to think like what do we even have? Like what do we even really have? This is like a store gas station. What kind of perspectives are these in the cylinders? Dude started experiencing how the world works 3 days ago. Straight up, honestly. But thankfully he's aware, so he's forgiven, right? His metacognition and awareness makes everything okay. Yeah, I mean this is the whole point I'm trying to make. Is like you can be You can be as good or like quote unquote as decent with perspective in some things as you want to be, but if you haven't practiced implementing that perspective in other contexts, such as like an arm in a position, even if it's just simple shapes, not easy, but simple shapes working in conjunction with each other, right? It results in something like this, right? It results in me have to take a step back, like, oh wow, I really did that wrong, like, and that's good. This is a good thing, right? These are all good things. These mistakes are incredible things to be experiencing, right? Because it's only with these mistakes that you can take a step back and be like, oh, okay, like I actually need to work quite a bit on it. And let's see, like what perspective is the leg in? Well, actually, before I do the leg, probably should finish off the desk, right? I'm just trying to think how that should be done. Oh, okay, I know. Let's see. So we got something like, okay, we'll have the desk go down here, and this is where like perspective comes into play, right? And then I'll do something like this, because like that's where her leg is. Okay, yeah, so I'll do something like this. There you go. All right, that's the bottom of the desk. Um, let's see, she's probably got like drawers and shit here. I'll say shit here, but do I really want to draw them? Do I really want to? Because I personally do not want to muddy the experience, right? I don't want to muddy it. But let's close this off. I'll close it off up until here because we still got our legs to deal with. Right, I'll close it off up until here. Maybe I can add some drawers here, right? Just simple planes, right? Just simple planes. Try to get them in proportion. We could just get two. There you go, two planes, right? Try to think about the curvilinear perspective to the best of our ability, right? And okay, like be like, okay, what's a handle what's like a type of handle that these usually have? I could just give it a handle like this, right? But yeah, there you go. And then this is where, there you go, something like that, right? And is there usually some sort of jut out? Maybe there's a jut out. Again, just trying to think about the form as simple as possible, right? There you go. Starts to look a real bit like a real ref, right? So, and if you actually don't have that type of mentality where you use an accent that doesn't make any sense when you draw it, then you basically might as well fucking give up and die, right? Because personally, personally, the accent is what makes the drawing, right? And this is just my opinion, but I do think it's an absolute fact, right? But either way, right? And obviously, like these are off perspective. This is so fun, bro. I'm having a blast, right? Just like Jimmy Neutron back in the day, he would have a brain blast. I have nothing funny to say to this. Yes, I'm having an art blast. Lol XD, right? So, and obviously I made this way too large compared to this one. So maybe I can actually make this a bit smaller. And we'll just say down here, okay, what can these lines be? Because that line clearly is a mistake. Now, should I just leave it? Do we just leave the line? Leave the line and not do anything else? Right? Possibly. Possibly. Right. So, yeah, I guess we'll leave it. Right. Sometimes you just have like little designs like this anyways in shelving units, right? So I could just do the same thing here and suddenly it's intentional. Ta-da! Right, there you go. And then we can have it like even maybe connect like here, right? And the perspective is off in many ways. And that's Gucci. That is Gucci the gang. Oh, right? So there you go. This is where this ends. It doesn't end, but we'll just say there's just like a little visual divider, right? And then we will do something like this, where we will continue this outward. And I'm going to draw the steps now. And then I'm going to really start breaking this perspective a little bit. There you go. All right. But in order for this to make sense, I need to immediately start thinking about her legs, right? Like this old lady's legs, she is freaking out. Her body is tilted in an awkward way. So now we have to problem solve this body. Let me just drink some water, right? But there's a lot of shit to think about. It's amazing. You know, slowly but surely, and no comment early, we will make a scene that something occurs, to say the least, right? But let's see. Anybody ever do that thing when they were young where it's just like what chicken butt? I don't know. It's like, oh no, it's like, what the fuck was it like when I was a kid? It's like, guess what chicken butt, and the kids would be like, I was like, anybody do that? Anybody have that exact same experience as me? Lol. Okay, okay, I will remember this in my deathbed, right? I won't forget. But okay, her body is tilted awkwardly, right? What can we do? What problem? How can we solve this problem while also making her proportions be relatively grounded? Is that even possible? Bless me. The answer is yes, as I so vehemently burped, right? But there you go. Let me actually finish these steps. Fuck it, while I'm at it. There you go. Step comes down here, then it comes out. Okay, I probably shouldn't have made it come out that much, but if that's the case, if it comes out there, yeah, right there. That's a big ass step, bro. And then it comes out this way, and then we got there you go, something over here. This is the beauty of the invisible lines, right? Let's see. Right. And I guess if that's what I'm doing, I gotta make all the other lines equally as fucking unnecessarily, or all the other steps as large, right? I'm basically avoiding my responsibilities by drawing this, so I should actually just go back to trying to figure this out, right? I like the story I'm telling so far. I'm not gonna lie, I do like the story I'm telling so far, right? But let's see, we got the pelvis. Is she shitting herself, right? Like what okay, this is like the really literally the brain twisting part, the really uncomfortable, difficult thinking part. Like, what the fuck does this mean? You know? Because obviously I can see that it's seen through and I can see like what her body is like, but it's like what we have to problem solve like what position would somebody in this like what would somebody in this position even look like? Right? And maybe and this is actually where I might have to close this desk off. And I just might do that actually. Just might do that. Right? Just close it off. And that way, perhaps she actually has a little bit of space next to her, right? Perhaps she has a little bit of space next to her. And oh, everybody left. Nobody's watching anymore. Yeah, yeah, fucking get it. I know I draw slow. I know I'm not good enough. I thought you guys would be here for my personality. God damn it. I walk a lonely road. Anyways, let's see. She's trying to like her feet should be right around here somewhere. Hmm. Like her feet should definitely be around here somewhere. So I'm trying to think, like, is she on her knees? No. I mean, I want to flow, but how do you even float this? How the fuck do you float this? Is it like, hmm, let's see. Yeah, you know what? I'll do something like this. Well, I'll commit to her foot being somewhere like right here, and we'll foreshorten it just a little bit. Right? That's where her foot is, and then we'll get the, and then okay, yeah, and then I can get the. There you go. Okay, so I can actually go with the flow of the money. That makes more sense. So we'll get the, and I'm trying to zoom out. I'm still trying to zoom out, think about the entire perspective while I do this, right? So we'll get the flow. We'll do this. Like, okay, okay, I think I know what to do. I think I know what to do. So we'll have this foreshorten, right? This is like the thing that's connecting her pelvis, right? We'll get her pelvis in here, right? I forgot my voice was being very not deep. We're get our pelvis in the here, right? And now it's like this foot, this right foot is like really pushing outward. And maybe that is what I'm trying to think, right? Oh yeah, we could do something like this. This is like the knee cap, and then this is the yeah that's the what the fuck is it called? God damn, how am I forgetting what it's called? Right, the fucking the quads, right, the thighs. And this is gonna be disconnected because I noticed I made a beautiful mistake where I made them disconnected. I didn't connect it properly. And then we have the, and let's get this as well. This is like the fucking the joint, right? The fucking hip joint or whatever, right? Because I'm basically just trying to make it a little bit more dynamic. And then we got this, and we'll make it much larger than it needs to be, right? There you go. And then her foot's connected like so. So this actually like kind of works out. She's like, oh shit, she's really trying to catch the money, right? It's all about the money, as the youngins say. So that works out in a sense. Now I just got to think like, what about her other side of her leg, right? Just connect that a little bit, right? Get this going. Still try to make it seem like this money, in fact, let's make it a little bit thicker, is way more in the foreground. And we'll make this foot a little bit thicker here too. So it's like, okay, that's still there. Make this a little bit thicker, right? Line weight, what does it mean? No fucking idea. Am I doing it accurately? Absolutely not. But am I trying? Oh yeah, I'm trying so hard. But this is cool. I think that's pretty cool. And again, we'll think about, like, what about the other leg? The other leg, she might be, because like it actually makes a bit more sense that she's leaning down. Because it should be at hip length, like if she was standing up, right? And she's also in stairs, so kind of like proportions work out in that sense, right? But obviously, like maybe this hip joint is a bit, and like the foreshortening is probably a bit too much here, right? But either way, and then what do we want with the other leg, right? We want the other leg to be. I don't want it to look fucking too dumb, where she's just doing like a pure goddamn Olympic squat, right? But what I do want is for it to seem like she's really trying. Let's see. Then we could do something like this leg, because we have to think about how legs actually interact, right? So this is the end of that's here, like that is the end, and then we have the shoulder joint, the hip joint, and then we have this leg right around here, and we could say it is somewhere here, right? Okay, I have to really think about this. This is actually very difficult to think about, right? So we have the end, and by the way, anybody watching, please do fucking draw along. We all know I'm not entertaining, but we all know I'm very fun to listen to, right? Please get your pen, get your paper, draw along, please. But anyways, so this is the pelvis, right? It basically follows the width of the torso. So if I bring it down here, it's like right around here. This goes down, it's connected, and then we have right next to it, we have the hip socket, and then we have the thigh. I'm just trying to think like what is that thigh doing, right? And like, do I even want everything to be here, right? What is that thigh doing? That thigh is probably doing something like this, right? And then we have the fucking knee joint, I guess. And then we have the other foot, and we'll have that foreshorten again all the way out here, and we'll say that this one is, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look fucking right at all. Holy shit, that doesn't look right. But what if I did this? Does that look a bit better? No, probably not. But either way, I tried. And we'll say this foot is we'll say this foot's something like that, where it's bending. Let's see. Where it's like she's like really trying to shit, that was an accident. She's like really trying to there you go. She's like really trying to hold on. This looks like a clusterfuck, I'm pretty sure. Right, I'm pretty sure that looks like a clusterfuck. And that just means that I need to make this line thicker to make it seem like it's in the forefront. And these obviously need to be a little bit thicker as well. Right, line thickness is a whole nother issue, which is extremely difficult, right? That doesn't even make sense. Holy shit, this should have been much smaller. This foot. Damn. But this is beautiful because I explicitly tried something very difficult in terms of positioning, and I have been humbled, very much so, which is exactly what we want. We want to be humbled. We want to be explicitly reminded of our inadequacies such that we can continue to focus on them, right? Like this, all this is a reflection of what I'm currently incapable of, as well as a reflection of what I can get better at, right? That's it. That's all it is. It is nothing more, nothing less, right? The reflection of my efforts, essentially, right? So, yep, exactly, exactly. Shill will call me understands. Like if I didn't try this, how would I know that I have a decent amount of things to work on, right? Now I know, like, dude, like I again, it's like trying to zoom out, trying to focus, but at the end of the day, at the end of the day, the mistakes will be made. These mistakes have been made, right? And maybe I can make this a little bit easier or less harsh for myself by being like, look, oh look, like the foot's actually much bigger, right? And then I can be like, oh, like well, that's part of it. Look, ta-da, you see? So now it's like, oh, maybe this foot is much larger, but at the end of the day, it's still wonky, and that's okay. Like this is learning. This is good, right? So let's see. I want to again. I'm trying to like think about the perspective, right? And I guess like this right now is like the corner, right? And you can hopefully see I'm trying to make it curvilinear to some degree, right? And yeah, there's a lot of things about line weight, especially that are completely wrong. And I actually realized I made the hands wrong compared to this. This is actually what I was trying to do. But let's see. Okay, so we'll keep going down with these stairs, right? We made them much more deep than they need to be. Uh, let's see. There you go. Something like this, right? And then same thing. If I bring this down here, bring this down there. I'm definitely doing this wrong. There's like some calculation that's going wrong in what I'm doing, right? But it's okay because we just gotta keep trying to make sense of it. And we'll bring this down as well. Okay, does that mean like it basically stops there? Yeah, it does basically stop there. So we'll just close this off here and we'll just, let's see. Obviously, I'm trying to think about the perspective right now, like where the vanishing points are, all that shit. Right, where the vanishing points are, but let's see. We want to obviously make this part of this new perspective, and I'll make this look like a rug instead, right? Which usually just means, oh god, the line weight, the line work and the line weight, just some sort of outline. Beautiful, beautiful line work. But do I have any more water? I do have a little bit of water. But yeah, and I guess we can maybe add a little bit of form here. Like we can try to add a little bit of form. There you go. To be like, oh look, like this is not a staircase anymore. It's not part of the staircase anymore. It's clearly the floor. And now a great way to reinforce this floor is to have this dickhead, his feet, be exactly where this stands. And I can do that right now. I can do that right now by just being like this. Let's see. Okay, well, obviously I want to think about the gesture. Everybody loves that word, the gesture, the gesture. But what does it actually mean, right? Because only so many times can you say that word without realizing what it means, right? But we want to think about the flow of his feet in comparison to his crotch, essentially, right? Like we want hip joint here, and then we also want to stop doing a very cringe accent, right? And again, like this is hilarious. Like so much here has gone wrong. But oh, actually, I guess might as well make this thin, really thin line here as a reflection of the other thin line. And none of this really means anything like this versus the other one, but I guess it's like an accent or to be like, look, this may be a legit thing. This doesn't look too bad right now in terms of perspective, right? And it's been an hour, right? It's been an hour and this is all I've accomplished, right? Which is the fucking lamp, fucking stupid arms, and like this lady's proportions, right? But oh, this actually doesn't even make any sense, to be honest. Like, why is this going down deep? So like I actually fucked up something that just doesn't make sense in terms of like how we view the world, right? Like that is actually not where something about this just looks bad. Like it doesn't make sense in terms of like this is not what a cash register look like. We don't have something jutting out to this extent. Like if this lady stood up, she would basically be the same height as. So I actually made her legs way too small, I think, or way too large. If she stood up, she'd be on the same height as this guy. Well, actually, that's fine, right? Because we have stairs going down, and that's cool, right? But I guess for me, in terms of scale, I'm just trying to think like, how does this make sense in terms of like a real, actual place that one can imagine exists, right? And I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I have no idea how I could have made it better. But I mean, I think I definitely should have maybe not included the stairs at all, right? But I don't fucking know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. We'll just have to figure it out as we go, right? But anyways, let's bring his foot right here. Still trying want to think about silhouette, but let's bring his foot right here. And again, we want it to be, let's see, we got his hip joint. Where's his hip joint? It's like right around here, right? The hip joint. We got the leg, right? We got the leg. Let's see. We got where the fuck's the and like there's no need to exaggerate his leg that much too. It's like that's the other thing. It's like I don't need to exaggerate his leg to be so I guess like pushed out like hers. But at the same time, I'm constantly trying to think about like what is quote unquote interesting. I really dislike that word, but what is interesting? What is novel? What is unique? Right? What is an angle, perspective, position, spacing, whatever the fuck that looks decent, right? And I don't have the answer to that right now. All I can tell you is I'm just gonna try to make it as decent as I possibly can. And already I feel as if this is making many mistakes, but this is the part where you're just like, whatever, like, what can you do? Right? Let's see, something like this is the knee joint. And this is where like perspective, I think, in general, like I can maybe he's just like slightly leaning his thigh forward, right? Slightly. Looks kind of no, it doesn't really work. I just started eating cake. The only thing one, what the fuck? I just started. That happened an aneurysm? Jesus Christ! I just started eating cake. The only thing one can wonder is what flavor it is, right? One can wonder that, but I assume you have the tongue. So why are you wondering when you're the one eating it? That's a real question, right? So things to ponder, not for me, for you to ponder. I have nothing to ponder. I'm just gonna keep drawing. But anyways, yeah. So like. He looks like a fucking robot. His leg is way too outward. And again, that's because I keep putting the joint before I put the other parts. And I think maybe that's why. Like I could be completely wrong, right? Let's see. There you go. That's wrong. I ate the other. I'm so proud of you, Silver Comet. In fact, you should be proud of me for being proud of you. So you're welcome. So that kind of works in terms of, and dude, this is why I love this because like this is my second attempt, technical third attempt. This is my third attempt at trying to draw mannequins in the same space, right? And Lord have mercy on my soul for the fucking travesty I bring about to these situations, right? But this is again great opportunity to just be like, all right, what's the hip hop, right? Like, okay, so this is our perspective, right? Do I want hmm what do we want here, right? Because I do want some sort of something to be occurring, right? Hmm. Maybe this guy's being attacked too. Maybe this guy's also being attacked, right? Maybe he's also being attacked right now, and maybe he's being attacked by something much larger than him. And I'm just gonna go for it. Like I'm literally just gonna go for it. And we're gonna try to use the simplest forms possible, right? To really just focus on the like the perspective. But let's see. Uh a penguin bodybuilder. No, I'm sorry, not a penguin bodybuilder. I had something else in mind. But I'm really trying to think how this should look right now. Let's see, something like this. And then what about here? No, that's wrong. See, I can't visualize this at all. I literally can't visualize this at all, but I am going to try my absolute best. You can maybe already tell what it's going to be based on what I'm doing here, right? Let's see. Um, I'm trying to think. I'm really trying to think. Damn, this is so difficult because I've never done, this is gonna be an animal, obviously, but I've never done an animal mannequin. So this is definitely going to be incredibly difficult, right? And probably incorrect. Let's be very clear. Like the perspective may be incorrect, but this is the beautiful part is like I'm forcing myself to think and to genuinely be in as much discomfort as possible because only I know that I can just keep trying, right? And see, like I fucked up because I should have drawn the eye here. Should have drawn the eye, the simple shape of the eye here as well. This is actually starting to look more like a bear. I'll be honest, I wasn't trying to do a bear. I was trying to do a large cat, but this is what happens, right? Let's see. And we do not want anything apart. Like we literally don't want anything apart from the simplest of shapes, right? So this is all just me trying to keep it. Thought that was supposed to be a fox. Well, that's the thing. Like it's really just this is me not knowing anything about how to draw, literally not knowing how to draw uh, an animal mannequin, right? And yet I'm still going to attempt to draw an animal mannequin because that is the only way to get better. Is to try. And see, like I already fucked up because I didn't do the like I closed that line off before fixing this, but yeah, like I'm just trying to think as much as I can. Like I'm trying to do this like mixture of just trying to think about the form, while also trying to think about the perspective and the silhouette. So there's a lot of things happening right now in my mind. I'll just call that the tongue, right? But I see no ears of a bear. I don't know, bro. I don't know. No idea, right? And we'll give him like some crazy eyes. There you go. There's like Five Nights at Freddy's eyes or some shit, right? But this is where we can try to give some semblance of form. Some semblance. Let's see. So, and okay, let's give him like some angry eyebrows too. Right? Foreshorten the eyebrows as well. There you go. Right? Okay. I mean that actually doesn't look too bad. That actually genuinely doesn't look too bad, right? Genuinely. And I just thought of the stupidest fucking thing. If the bear also is pointing a gun at him. Bruh, that would be so fucking dumb. And let's just make it a bigger gun. Oh my god, that'd be so dumb. That'd be so fucking dumb. That'd be so fucking dumb. Oh, that'd be so fucking dumb. Okay, let's get the feet of the bear down. And we'll have Looks like the face of an exactly, exactly. This looked very, very, very Five Nights at Freddy's inspiration. Right? Looks yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, it looks like the face of an animatronic from Five Nights at Freddy's. I agree. I agree. But hey, this is how you learn simple forms, right? Like this is how I'm trying to break out of this is literally just how I'm trying to learn. So I guess maybe the eyebrows don't look angry enough. Who knows? But let's see. Hmm. I'm just thinking. You want to be a bear so bad. I know, right? He's trying, but he's failing miserably. Silver comment, thank you. Thank you for the comments, right? Without you, I'm nobody. I appreciate you. But let's see. Okay. I'm just trying to think. Really just trying to think right now of like what other shit in the scene that I can build that will make it look more more scaled out. Honestly, makes me think of a honey badger more. Probably has that face shape. I've never drawn an animal as a mannequin. I just haven't. I don't. I've never drawn animals, right? So this is good. Again, like this is all. Everything I'm doing right now is things I've really never done before. B, pushing me outside of my comfort zone. Like they kind of tie into each other, and this is good. Because like the more I keep doing shit like this, I just want to keep mannequinizing. Because again, my main practice is literally intensive geometric spatial reasoning for the long-term goal of portrait practice. Like this is the foundation. This is very intense. It's gonna take years, right? So might as well in my streams and like my side imagination practices just start like and continue like I have been getting the reps in for set pieces, right? Because I that's one of my biggest like art goals, I guess you can call it, right? But let's see like what because we have this here, right? Can we push this further? I want there to be a lot more space. So can we just say like this keeps going? What can I do? What can I do here? I'm trying to think. Like if this goes down all the way, right? Like this goes down all the way here, comes back out. This is basically like the ground of this. So it keeps going, right? It stops here. Um, it stops here, but I made a mistake because I made this thing end over here. So, but is that really a mistake or is that just something I can say it's like a platform or whatever? Like, does it have to end at the exact same spot? And I'm trying to think because I'm just, the biggest thing is like I keep wanting to practice scale and space, right? So the most important thing is, let's see. It's so hard to think. It's so hard to think. This is actually so difficult. It's a good thing. It's a wunderbar, very good thing, very good thing. Right now, imagine the penguin as an egg dealer. I could do that. I could literally like have the penguin be back here, be like, excuse me, excuse me, please, right? But maybe we can actually have to set scale, right? Because I want things to keep getting smaller. Yeah, to set, okay, like, so this guy's here, and we want the vanishing point. So where's the horizon line? Horizon line's here. I'm obviously like I'm losing a lot of the perspective, to be honest. So I need to take a step back, and this is what's gonna help me is like, okay, the horizon line is at this guy's neck. So we can have another person right here, right? That's further away, like much further away. And they can be looking at what's going on here, right? Maybe a couple people can be looking at what's going on here, right? Like this is the horizon line. Let's just say horizon line, yeah, it's like the middle of his face. Where is it? I actually don't even know where the fuck the horizon line is. I'll be completely honest. It's right here. It is right here. It's definitely right here. So if it's like the bottom of his face, then we'll just make this face a lot smaller, a bit turned away, a lot smaller and a bit turned away. And I'm like this line's super thick. This is already fucking with the perspective because this line is super thick, right? But we'll just have them because it's like right here, right? But this person's a bit shorter, I guess we can say that's my fucking cope, right? But we'll just have them be about this big, right? And they are looking, they're looking over there. We'll just give them the eyes. They'll be like, what the fuck is happening over there, bro? Oh, right? And again, we need to make this guy's feet on the same level as well, right? And we'll give him a trolley, right? We'll give him a trolley and we'll say the trolley is coming a bit closer. but not too close. So we'll, let's see, how do I want to do this? Okay, how do I want to do this trolley as well? I love this. This is so complex. Like, this is what makes scene building so fun and so difficult, is it is things like this, right? Because this is forcing my brain, and I am forcing my brain, not this is forcing my brain, but I am objectively forcing my brain to think in distance and think about the math of distance, right? Like already, like we can tell, hopefully it's starting to be like, oh, okay, like there's actually some semblance of a perspective happening, right? Fuck, should have made that lower. Yeah. And again, I obviously need to build my line confidence as well, because I just kind of wiggled that line. But yeah, this person just, let's just have them use their trolley. And let's just say they're turning their trolley. And maybe there's a kid in the trolley. Who knows? Who knows? I don't want to think too far ahead. I don't think too far ahead. This is already like extremely difficult, but we will bring trolley like so. So the arms here. Let's see. Hello. Oh, hello, Osain B. How's it going? How's it going? Right. What's up? Wagwan, my guy. Right. Trust me, you won't get too far. I don't know what you mean by that. Right? I genuinely don't know what the fuck you mean by that. But let's see, and then we can maybe have some. So what the fuck does a trolley look like? Okay, this is the feet, right? This is like the scale. I mean, I've been scaling it like that, but this person's obviously not in the exact same spot. They're here. This trolley's down here, right? Exactly. Good. What the fuck? Oh, that's Silver Comet. You're spiraling. What the fuck is everybody talking about? I'm so confused. I have no idea what the fuck any of you are talking about. But let's see. What does it look like? Let's see. It's something like this, right? So the trolley, and then we have this as the okay, so I already got the perspective wrong for that. But maybe I can fix it. I can fix it. The confusion is strong with you. I have no idea what the fuck you mean. I literally don't know what you mean. There you go. Okay, so this is the wheel. There you go. That's the wheel. Just trying to think. And obviously I want to actually start thinking about the curvilinear part of the perspective. Jesus. Bro, the line work. And what does a trolley even like? How can I even do this? Obviously, I guess this is just a good opportunity to practice my line work, right? But I'm just trying to think right now. Okay, I'll do something like this, right? And then I'll do something like, what is the perspective for this trolley? I know, like, I'm all over the place, obviously. Like, I started with the fucking animatronic bear bullshit, and then I'm doing this. But I just really want to establish scale. So I'm just trying to think right now in terms of... Actually, yeah, we'll do this. And we'll make this a little bit larger in terms of a wheel. Right? And we'll just say this is the trolley. But we'll have it... Fuck, okay, so what's the perspective? What's the perspective? This guy's going this way. We'll have it... There you go, like that. And we'll say like, oh yeah, that's actually the real perspective. Like this bottom one right here. And the rest was all just a mistake. It's actually angled. Haha, XD, lol, XD. It's all angled, right? And then we can have, yeah, the trolley come out this way. But this perspective is actually extremely difficult, right? That's why I'm trying very hard to zoom out. I'm genuinely trying so hard to zoom out right now. But it's a struggle. It's a fucking struggle, mate, right? But this is exactly like why it's fun, because it's so easy to think that you understand something, until you're forced to just do it over and over and over and over, and then you're like, oh wait, like I actually don't, I didn't understand shit. And maybe actually this should have been, yeah, this should probably be foreshortened, right? And we'll just say this is also part of the fucking design of the trolley, because obviously I have no idea what I did here, right? But let's see, yeah, something like that. Ta-da! And then I'll bring this down. I love how I said like I only want to focus on the form, and technically I really am only focusing on the form, but this does make things a lot more difficult, especially because I'm trying to think about foreshortening, right? I genuinely am. Try something like this. There you go. Make it like really annoyingly foreshortened. Something like that. Right. But yes, everybody watching, how are you doing? Right. How's life? How are you enjoying the FIFA game? Do you give a shit about sports? Because I'm pretty indifferent. Right. I'm just trying to make conversation while I consistently zoom out. And I'm trying to think. Like I'm really trying to think and zoom out and think about the entire curvilinear perspective that I should be establishing to the best of my ability, right? There you go. There you go, something like that. And then this is going to be the trolley. And like everybody knows trolleys have like some, they're always like fucking wiry as shit, right? So that, hopefully that will make sense. And then obviously it gets closer, what's it called, closer together as it gets further away. I actually fucked that one up. The math, I did not math correctly, right? But I just want to draw a box, right? Get some grid lines going. Wee. And I think like the main goal right now is to really like space things out, right? Really space things out and try to give them the sort of breathing room that they deserve, right? That's why I'm going all over the place in this context, because I'm just also trying to constantly think about like, okay, like my biggest issue has always been over detailing, right? Objectively, like my not my biggest, but one of my main problems is the fact that I over detail, right? So even here, like I'm just trying to design this relatively simply, right? Like, okay, let's space it out. There is design involved, right? But I'm just trying to be like, okay, like this guy's that far away. You know, this space in general is something that we can okay, let me actually, there you go. This is how it should be connected in the back to the other side, right? Something like this. Like that's just a trolley, right? That's how it's connected on the other side. And let's see. There you go. That's the trolley connection bullshit, right? And then obviously I'm going to try to think about, see, that line was too thick. See, these are all mistakes. Like everything I'm doing right now, like these are all huge mistakes, right? Like that's also a mistake. That line was a mistake. That line, this line, these are all like super thick, unnecessary lines. And they're all mistakes. They're all mistakes. But this is why I'm really happy that I'm doing this, right? Because I need my line work to be decently better as well. Okay, so we got a trolley, right? Obviously, this guy's fucking jack shit in his trolley. So let's just throw a carrot in here, right? Let's just throw a carrot. Throw a carrot in there. Maybe some apples. Right, that looks like a butt, but we'll just call it an apple. Right, we'll throw some apples in there as well. And there you go. At least he has something here, right? And then we can just say that, oh, it's also here he has carrots and apples. Ta-da! Genius. When in doubt, just draw round fucking shapes. Whee! There you go. His trolley is full, right? Very, very good design, very good form, clear understanding of perspective, clearly, right? But let me take a step back because I really just want to keep trying to establish things, right? Like that's the main thing. Like I want to, and this is why drawing people is so fun, because like the more people you draw, the more you can be given an opportunity to design scale, right? And That's what I want to do. Like again, right now, like this is a trolley inside of a store, but maybe this is actually a bazaar, right? Maybe this is a bazaar, right? It's a bazaar, but who knows? Who knows? Um, I'm just thinking. Okay. Anyways, let's get this guy. He is just clearly zero fucks given. Let's give him a cap, actually. Right, zero fucks given. He's wearing a cap incorrectly at that, because the cap should be at least around there. But fuck it. Um, yeah, he's wearing a cap, right? Using the trolley. Now, here I can say confidently that the shoulder should probably be there, but I have to also think like, what is the arm looking like? Like, what's the perspective of the arm? And I think here it's literally just bring it out here and something like that, right? And then same thing, this arm is, we can, fuck, I gave him the thumb on the wrong side. No, wait, I gave him on the right side. Never mind, I'm a fucking genius. You're all idiots. But there you go. Right? It doesn't really look the lines are issues. The lines are definitely issues. But anyways, whee! It's got the torso size decently accurate in relation to this dickhead, right? Like, try to get decently accurate. And then we will have his other hand come out. And like, obviously his body's tilting a little bit away. Maybe he's just on his phone. Maybe he's on his phone, right? Maybe, let's see. Yeah, maybe he's on his phone, right? Uh, there it is. Yeah, maybe he's just on his phone. I don't know if this actually looks, I think I got the hand wrong because I wasn't thinking properly, right? Yeah, I got the hand wrong because like the other part of his hand is supposed to be like this, coming out this way. And it's very difficult to think about this. It's very difficult to think about this, right? Same shit I always say, but it's genuinely is very difficult to try to keep this all in my mind while I also think about scale, right? Because I have to think about what's happening on the other side of his body, right? And let's see. Okay, so I think the elbow joint's like here. This is where this arm is, right? And again, just the ellipses in general are incorrect. And then this is where, and what the fuck is this looking like? Oh, it's looking like this, something like this, right? There you go. That's the other like arm. And then here we have the shoulder, right? And that, I say right a lot, but like I'm just kind of like talking to myself. I'm literally fucking talking to myself and reassuring myself. So if nothing there's nothing to do with you, fuck off. Right? Don't worry, I'm not judging you. I'm simply, I have nothing creative to say as well, but I'm just not judging you. Don't worry, don't cry. But anyways, there you go. This is the trolley. I'm trying to like have things happen off the scene as well, because people say, oh, I've heard, or like fucking even Broken Jaw said, like it's pretty important to do that, right? Like have things go off the scene. But am I doing it correctly? Who fucking knows? Who knows? Who knows? But anyways, this guy can definitely have be tilting his pelvis like that. And then that's his fucking, I mean, like that's way too much of a tilt. Looks like he's ready to get fucked in the ass, but either way. And then we have the leg. Right, the leg is right around here. And we'll say like he's mid-step. Something like, let's see, this is where the space really matters. Like understanding space really fucking matters. Because, and I don't know, my voice sounds like this. I don't know why I'm straining so much. Because I'm drawing, mate. I'm drawing a very difficult thing, you know? But this is where it really matters to understand where the space is and where I don't even know what that line is. I don't even know what the fuck that ended up being, but this is why genuinely you have to know like, okay, how are people walking? This guy, because this guy looks, I made him way too close to the trolley now, right? So he looks like he's essentially fucking pushing his knee into it. He's like ready to fuck it. So we don't want that. We don't want to be sticking dick in trolley, okay? We're not Barry. We do not stick dick in timeline. But either way, like the point here was just to try to get the movement accurate. And now you can see it looks kind of jumbled because it's like, what the fuck's happening? Why is he so close? Like, what is actually happening here, right? Like, why is he so close to the the trolley? And that's just a decision that I have to live with because it's my mistake, and that's what happens when you make mistakes, right? Is you feel bad and you cry, and then you're like, oh, never drawing again, right? Because if I fuck it up once, I fuck it up every time, right? But oh no, I know what this is. This is his pelvis, and we should have actually drawn it here as well. But there you go. So yeah, but that kind of does look like they're in the same space, I think. Like I think the feet overall. I mean, this actually hand should be going over like so. There you go. That's a lot better, right? I don't know what the fuck happened to my voice. I don't know why. I literally don't know why I sound like this. But hmm, gotta hydrate. But but cool. Okay, so let's think, right? Still need the other leg. Should I even draw the other leg? Is there really even a point in drawing the other leg? We'll just draw the other. There you go. Now we can just imagine the other leg. It's just hidden by a bunch of bullshit, right? There you go. Create some more of the trolley stuff, right? Okay. We'll leave that guy. This is an anchor, right? This gives me an anchor to the space that everything resides in, and also puts um this man hopefully into more perspective that is helping. I mean, I still think that I got the perspective wrong on the trolley here. Like, I do think I got it wrong. And actually, it looks like he's lifting this trolley up because it's not in the right perspective. So I need to make this wheel even larger to make up for it. Right? Now that looks a bit better because they're supposed to be the same size. But is the trolley wheel really that large? Fucking definitely not. Right? Um, I'm so very happy that I'm like using simple shapes to do everything, right? Like genuinely nothing intense. I mean, maybe to you, like whoever watching might be like, oh, what the fuck? Like this is, bless me, a lot of stuff going on. But the point is like, I'm not detailing, I'm not rendering, I'm not doing any of that shit. We're just trying to use, hopefully, silhouette, design, scale, gesture, perspective, basically the entire fucking art trifecta to draw something decent. You should know your shapes. S. Oh, like the S, like that. Yeah, I mean, I try to think about it as much as I can, right? Not well, clearly, I haven't been able to, but doing my best. Doing my best, doing my best. It would be a problem if you knew none. I mean, the fuck kind of, well, what kind of fucking pithy ass statement is this? Yes, if I didn't know my shapes, I wouldn't be able to draw. Still got a comment, you say the darndest things. By darndest, I mean dumbass things. I love you, bro. I love you. Anyways, let's give this bear a soul patch. That's the only rendering I'm gonna do. Gets a nice little soul patch. There you go. There you go, bro. I got you. But anyways, um, what else can we do to establish scale, right? I want to think because I really want to make this seem a lot larger than it actually is. And I think the only way to do that is to continue, yeah, to continue just adding people, right? Continue adding people. So perspective would be something like if I have somebody here, right? Because if this guy's here, if I have somebody essentially like all the way back here, then if I have them here, right? Yeah, this is the way. This is the way to add people, I think. If I have them here, then maybe I can have like maybe this literally can be like a supermarket stall, right? Except this looks nothing like a supermarket stall, but maybe everything in the background is a supermarket stall, right? It doesn't really make sense, but I want to try it. I want to try it. So we got the perspective. It's going this way. We're trying to curve it, right? We're genuinely trying to curve it. Uh, is there anything I can add here that would make things more understandable, I guess, in terms of perspective, right? I'm just trying to think. Is there anything I can add here, right? Add here, right? I'm just trying to think. Um, maybe I should add another person here, right? Maybe I'm thinking I should add another person here because they would really scale things. And I definitely didn't like foreshorten this guy enough, right? I definitely didn't give him like the curvilinear perspective that he needed to. And there's a lot of issues. And this is beautiful because there's so many things to think about. It's amazing how difficult it is. So maybe if I did something like this. Ah, fuck. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Okay, I think. Okay, I have a relative idea. So I'm thinking of a guy who's riding a bike, right? Fuck the supermarket idea, right? This guy just seems to have a fucking trolley here for some reason. Fuck him. But I want a guy riding a bike, or a girl riding a bike. We'll make this a girl, right? Fuck it. They're all goddamn pronouns are Z and helicopter. Fuck it. There are no genders here. All right. They are what I say they are. Except this is a woman, this is a man, this is a man, and the next person is probably a woman. But apart from that, they are what I say they are, which is nothing. They're neutral, right? This is 100% a man because women don't grow soul patches, and if they do, they get them lasered. Right? My sister told me that once in my dream, so it has to be legit. But anyways, um, let me think, right? Because drawing is thinking, and I've been thinking quite a bit, right? I don't know why I said two like that. I need to think about, I don't know why I said about like that. I need to think about, let's see. I really want to draw a bicycle that is extremely, like, very, very, very close to the camera. And this is why, like, understanding camera lenses or whatever the fuck is helpful. But let's see just how far I can take it, right? So let's follow the perspective, right? And let's do something like this. Let's make it really big. Because I want this guy, I want whoever this is to be scared by the bear, right? And obviously I want to try foreshortening as well. So I love this. Like, it's actually more complicated now that I'm using such simple shapes to think about the entire perspective. But this is how we do it, right? This is how we do it, right? So this is a wheel, and we'll have something. I'm really trying to think about the perspective for this because it's extremely difficult. But we'll have something like this, right? It'll be maybe it's just like slightly. There you go, and like slightly turning, right? Say right one more time, Vicky. Right. Anyways, trying to think about this. Let's do this shape. Well, again, that's a mistake, but it's okay. Right? right. Anyways, fuck me, bro. Don't do that, actually. I have a girlfriend. I'm thinking. I'm sorry, ladies. But anyways, let's get this perspective going. I'm trying to hold the entire scene in my mind right now. This is obviously not as much cognitive work as I could be doing. I could be thinking a lot harder, but just trying to understand more than anything what can be done. And I'm just trying to think about like the bicycle shape. I'm trying to think about how it's gonna go through here. Oh, and one thing is like, I know I watched this, it's not really a video, but there's like a short thing Kim Jong-il basically posted. It's like back in his old lessons. There's a YouTube channel that shows all of this shit. But the bike frame is basically this. It's this, and then it's this. No, wait. Fuck, it's this. Oh, fuck me. Let me do that again. See, it's hard to think about. And I've been trying to observe bikes when I go on my bike rides and shit. But let's just do the wheels first. We got the wheels, right? And then we got the fucking foot pedal or whatever. And then it is something like this. That is the bike shape, and then this is the seat. And I think it's something like this. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think it's something like this. I'm really trying to recall. Recall is how you learn, by the way, right? Like recall is very difficult, but or is it something like because what's happening here? Something like that? Because this is where the fucking handles are, right? This is where the handles are. Oh, I'm trying to think really hard right now. Let me try to recall it. Let me try to recall it. We'll try one more time. Oh, you're definitely close. I know I'm close. It's something like that, right? Because I know there is something like this. Like that does happen. This happens, right? I think this is it. I think it's literally this. Yeah. And then this, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is, and that's the seat. There it is. So it's, we have the handlebar, we have this thing, and then it's jutting out this way, right? That's the frame. We have the seat here. We have the, like another fucking rod going through there. This is the wheel connecting. This is like a double thing, right? It's like this, right? And then that's the wheel. And the same thing in the back, right? And in the back, this one is a double thing. So it's going like that, right? And then the wheel is coming through there, right? And this one is like much lower. This one's much lower. They're uneven. They're asymmetric. And just explaining this is making me retain it a lot better. And then there you go. That's the handle. Okay, okay. That's actually like that's pretty fucking close, right? So now we need to do it three-dimensionally, right? We need to do it three-dimensionally, which is the difficult and the very fun part. So what I need to do is, again, this is like a lot of foreshortening is going to be happening, but something like, let me just think one more time about how this is going to go. Okay, see, like recalling it is so difficult. Let me just look at this again. Yeah, okay. See, I'm glad I didn't commit to anything just yet, but it's something like this. And you know what's more fucked is the fact that I'm gonna have to draw a mannequin writing this. People think it's easy, man. None of this shit is fucking, all of this is so difficult, right? Yeah, right. Anyways, all of it is very difficult. And let's see. Okay, so I'm just gonna make it diagonal. I'm trying to make my lines a little bit cleaner. Yeah, diagonal, like that. There you go. That way I can do something like that. See, that's wrong. That not multiple rounding is like definitely horrendous. But see, we can just kind of fraud it and be like, oh no, look, it's just part of the design. Haha. It's all part of the fucking design, isn't it? And we can bring this in. And then now we can focus on the wheel, which we will make it very simple. We'll do something like, let's see, this is coming out, and that's coming out, that's coming out. There you go. Ta-da. And then we will connect. We'll try to keep this ellipse as decent as possible. Emphasis on decent, right? Not perfect. And this is the beauty about art. It's like while I'm doing this, I'm still have to like try to, as much as possible, to the best of my fucking ability, to zoom out and be like, wait. Think about like the entire scene that you're building, right? Don't forget about the entire scene that you're building. And my brain's like, fuck you. I don't want to think about the entire scene, bro. I can barely think about this. You have to be like, no. Think about the entire scene. Think about the entire scene. It's very difficult. But and again, like that's not even counting gesture. This is why, like, I feel as if, because I've seen comments being like, oh, Kim Jong-il was whatever, bro. Like he wasn't even that good. It's like, bro, it's not just him, but do you understand the level of technical fidelity and how many things you have to hold in your mind? Like, do you understand that? Because the only people who don't understand are the ones who don't have the skill, right? Or aren't even trying to achieve the skill, right? Like and that's just a fact. It's like if you watch somebody play guitar and you'd be like, oh, like, dude, his sound's pretty mid. He's not really that good, right? But shut the fuck up, right? Like there's that argument that people say, they're like, oh, I'm allowed to critique even if I don't understand it, or like even if I don't play it. It's like, yeah, sure. People say that with sports, so just because I don't play the sport doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to critique. It's like, sure, but understand that your critique means absolute fucking nothing in face of the skill itself and the effort put into that skill, right? Like, sure, it means something in the sense that, oh yeah, like everybody can have an opinion, But does everybody's opinion really fucking matter? No, it's honestly like doo-doo, right? So anybody who says like, oh, Kim Jong-il, or not even Kim Jong-il, but like anybody who just doesn't understand the work it takes to be even mediocre at art, uh, their opinion really doesn't matter, right? Not even good, by the way, just mediocre, right? Not even good, because good is a whole nother ball game, genuinely a whole nother ball game, right? Mediocre is already extremely difficult. Straight up, straight up, very difficult. And my lines are so mid. My lines really do need a lot of work. But anyways, let's see. So we need we need this to come back too. Right, I actually got the angle wrong here, but we can fraud that. We can definitely fraud that and be like, oh look, no, it's just we're trying to connect it. Trust me, we're trying to connect it. Right. So this comes in through there. We can just say that there's a connection happening, right? I don't know how accurate this shape is, by the way, but I'm just gonna make it like a very generic cylinder, and then it's coming around, right? It's coming around. Obviously the lines themselves, it needs so much work, but it's coming around, and then yeah, it's connected that way. Doesn't really make much sense. Actually, I should probably add this exact same design on the other side as well. It's kind of too late now, but that was just like a really half-assed attempt of trying to do it. Right. I'll give you anybody watching, because if they give a shit, right? Let's give you like the 10 seconds of actually looking at the drawing before I start again, right? And obviously like I'm really trying to foreshorten this shit, so it's gonna be even smaller than it needs to be. But I'm just trying to think right now. Then what? Then this is the shape. Is it two or is it one? I think it's one, right? It might be like one merging into two, so it might be something like this, something like that, right? And let's see. This is where we actually need, and I've seen this shape a lot. This is actually where I need to start drawing the dickhead. The dickhead, right? The dickhead, because this is where we need um like the person on the bike, and this is extremely difficult. Drawing somebody interacting with something hard. Drawing somebody riding a bike. I think this is definitely going to be a recurring theme in all of these future imagination drawings. It's just like somebody riding a bike. Because personally, I feel as if just somebody riding a bike, that's so much interaction going on, and that's so much form to understand in terms of like in terms of intersecting parts and like working together parts, and like it's somebody interacting with something. It's you're riding a bike, like you are maneuvering, right? Multiple forms of maneuvering, intersecting, connecting, and interlocking, and just living together essentially. So it's really gonna force me to try to think about like especially try to think about the shapes being involved, right? And let's see, this is something like, there you go. We'll just say that's the foot, because again, I'm really trying to make this guy larger or this girl larger, whatever. And this very well could go wrong. I want to be very clear. Like this has ample opportunity to go wrong, but the going wrong is what you just try to avoid to the best of your ability. But when it does inevitably happen, because it will inevitably happen, you simply just again you attach dopamine to errors, right? So already like this is just fucking sick. Just the fact that we can, I even have the privilege of trying to do this, right? So let's see. Okay, so how is this wheel attached? Because I've been looking at, like when I was driving back home today, I literally was looking at the wheels, and they're basically connected something like this, right? It's something like this. Like that's this thing, right? This thing right here, that's that, and then this is the wheel, right? Like that's how it's connected. Now, the other question is, how far did I think when I drew this pedal, right? And the answer is I didn't think that far. So now we have to spatially reason, and we have to tell ourselves like, okay, like how is this connected? And I could very easily kind of lie to myself and be like, oh, it's, first of all, I can make this much further away, right? We could just make that a lot further away, right? Because like it's skewed. And then I could be like, oh, well, it's coming back all the way here, and it's going back all the way there. and that's foreshortening, right? And then maybe this is like where it's centered. Wrong, by the way, completely wrong. I actually get that, right? But this is kind of the little mind games that I'm going to be playing with my perspective. Right? It's not accurate, and that's actually like it's a good reminder, right? And this was supposed to be the foot and the pedal, but now because I fucked it up, this is just the pedal, right? This is just the pedal, and this is where perspective will consistently be applied, right? And the question is like, okay, but what is, like we, not the question, but what I have to make sure is like, dude, like make sure you're still applying it accurately. Like make sure you're still applying it accurately. There you go. See, everything has its own um, individual planes. And I'm basically just trying to maneuver around it. I'm trying to maneuver around. I'm trying to like, I made a lot of mistakes here regarding the perspective, and I just have to be like, oh no, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, you fucked up. It's whatever. And let's see, this is where it connects, right? Like this right here. There's usually like some connection going on, and something like this, right? Let me just try to think again, because that's just this part. Like what I've drawn here is a very skewed version of this. Like this right here is basically like it's this, right? We have this, but I've drawn it in a perspective where I've turned it where it's become something like this, right? And it's not even accurate. It's not really not that done that well because there's a lot more complicated shit going on. And obviously you're trying to think about like, oh look, the fucking wheels coming, no, the pedals coming out, and this is how it's connected, right? So, and then this is the wheel, right? That's basically like I've tried my best to do that while maintaining some degree of form complexity. At least not complexity, but like the simple forms that like reasonably like how it connects, right? And now it's like, okay, well, what's happening here? That means I need a seat here. I need a seat here. That means I need this. That means okay, so it's a good thing we're thinking ahead and we're like taking a step back at the same time. It's like that means I need this dickhead's ass. That means I need his ass. Like the person and the ass needs to be like right here. Right? So that means we need to think about, let's see, something like that is roughly the shape of the bike, right? And it's gonna consistently get foreshortened, of course, right? But I'm surprised 5 people are watching. Why the fuck is nobody commenting? You pieces of shits, right? Anyways, how big is the foot usually when it's being ridden, right? How big is it? And I need to think about, this is maybe the, okay, so we'll just put the hip bone here, right? And how's the ass? Like it's bending, right? So it's something like this. This is the pelvis. Well, it's not the pelvis. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? My mannequin knowledge is mediocre at best, right? Because I've only put about like 20 hours max into it, and that was like a year ago, right? I mean, you see my channel, you see my progress, you know exactly the path I went down, right? I think there's literally only like 20 hours I haven't logged, and that was just the in between starting the channel and the end of my like this is a video for beginner artists, my year 1 to 2 playlist, right? Bless me. The jungle? What the fuck? The jungle, jungles cross guske. What the fuck kind of name is that? Bicycle seat? Oh, yes, yes, it is a bicycle seat. Nice to meet you. New fan, old fan, not a fan, just randomly pulled up. You're like, who the fuck is this guy? Why is he so amazing? Why does he make me nut? Right. I'm assuming it was all of those, but what the fuck is that name, bro? The jungles co-grusted. Well, we all have different cultures. I simply don't understand nor appreciate them. But we do have them, right? Let's see. Now I'm trying to think about, because like, let's say this is a foot. We'll say like the foot is bigger than the pedal just for the sake of being like, hey, 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 Bad Albert. And this was all already a mistake. I drew the ellipse wrong, but we'll just say the foot is bigger than the pedal. The foot is like a bit shifted back, right? The foot is a bit shifted back. Already made a mistake. Like again, that line right there was a mistake. But we'll say the foot is a bit shifted back. And then, let's see, the thigh is something like yeah, obviously we want it to kind of seem like it's okay. So yeah, like I think this is not going to be accurate by any means, but I just for the sake of trying, right? Again, never forget this is all just for the sake of trying, you know? There you go. And we'll try to hint at the back of this the shin area. There you go. And this is the level of difficulty I want to pursue every time, right? Like having people interact with things is very difficult, right? If you look at Broken Draw, like he's really good at that. Like, but he's why? Because he studied it for a fuck ton of time, and that's he is min-maxing and constantly focusing on studying, understanding this shit, right? So this person looks like they're very close to the camera, hopefully, but they also look like they're huge compared to this, right? So this is where I need to figure out some sort of extreme foreshortening. Like this is where I literally need to be like this face. I'm gonna draw this guy's face, and I'm forcing myself. I'm forcing myself to make the face like really tiny. So whether it's accurate or not, it's gonna force me to create. This is reverse problem solving. I'm purposefully not thinking about how this connects, so I can problem solve, right? Like, and maybe we'll give this. He'll just be like, "What? What the fuck?" Yeah, there you go. Right? Purposefully making this guy much like this, not much space here because I want to make it so his ass is huge as it is, because that is the Buddha of a god, right? But at the same time, to think about how this all connects, right? Because like if I foreshorten this, not if, when I foreshorten this, it should, and I'm really thinking right now is like thinking is like, okay, like this should already start really foreshortening, like so, like extreme foreshortening, right? Because it's just a vanishing point that's going there, and that this guy just basically we need to make it seem like and I'm sure there's already a million perspective mistakes, right? But this is the best part. Like I'm like so happy that I did this because this is exactly how I'm gonna learn. Right? Like this is literally how I'm gonna learn. And let's see, usually the bicycle seat is three-dimensional, of course, so we'll just make these little markers to confirm that it is in fact three-dimensional, right? We'll connect this pole to be like, look, it's connected, right? Same thing here. Now we haven't even finished the bike frame, of course, right? But that's why like I'm not drawing anything yet because I need to think, because if this is going that way, this one is going away, right? And it's again super foreshortened. So his other foot, and again, like this could be wrong. And like obviously I'm making a lot of mistakes. But his other foot is, let's see. How does the other thigh look? Right? There's already, you see how there's so many problems I have to solve is the connection to the right leg and like how it's working as a mannequin, connecting to the pedal, how's the pedal looking in perspective, then how's the body foreshortening to attach to the neck, right? Like there's a lot to think about. And on top of that, zooming out and be like, there's a scene I'm building, right? On top of all of that, trying to just zoom out extensively and build a scene. I'm really sad nobody's commenting, bro. This is a fucking mission me. Somebody please give me attention. Comment something. Be like, haha, haha, Viggy famming. That was really funny, bro. I ran out of water just now too, so I'm dehydrated. I'm very dehydrated and sad, right? But either way, oh, lol, and some I fucking stream for community, and this is what my community gives me. You fucking cocksuckers. I'm learning. Nice. What are you learning? What are you learning? Wait, why are you keeping me on the background if you're learning? What the fuck is the point of that, bruh? There you go. Let's have that foreshorten a bunch too, right? And then we want to think about this, and this is where the other wheel is, right? Because we're trying to really, and again, we're trying to make it the same ground plane, right? Well, actually, what I wanted to do is not make this the same ground plane, but maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Story writing, nice. Why are you listening to me in the background while you're story writing? Isn't that extremely distracting? What the fuck? Please focus on yourself, my friend. Please, please, right? Oh no, I've trained myself to learn more than one thing at a time. You most likely haven't. That's not how the brain works. But I'm glad you believe that you have. right? But anyways, let's see. Okay, and then okay, so this again, I'm trying to draw this or think about things in relation to that, and then we'll bring it down here. So this is like extremely drastic, and then if I think about the box that this is, right? Like the box that this is, then oh yeah, it's like this roughly, but and then we connect like so, right? And I think there's 100% foreshortening there. So let me just pretend like, oh yeah, that was totally intentional. And then, oh well, actually, I did fuck this up because it should have been higher up, but it's okay. We're just gonna have to accept that we made a mistake and just connect it anyways, like so, right? Like so. Maybe it's not as much of a mistake. I have my methods. I'm proud of you. I think your methods are wrong and you are fake and gay, but I'm proud of you. Right? So let's connect it here. We got to get the other wheel, right? Uh, let's see. And then this is obviously like it's foreshortening drastically, right? It's so fucking hard to think about, bro. It's so hard to think about. That's normal. I want to be very clear. It's completely normal, right? But it's extremely hard to think about. But let's just try to think about the wheel. There you go. It's connecting, going through, right? And something like that. Again, like I don't want to give this wheel too much detail. This is probably, this right here, it doesn't matter if it's right or not. This is probably more than enough, right? There you go, something like that. There you go. That's probably more than enough. You know, I can just make a little bit more wheel-esque lines. But yeah, this is my wheel, right? And this is why this needs to have a thicker line to make it seem like it's actually in front, right? And then like everything crosses over, like, oh, now this needs to have a thicker line, blah, 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 bullshit, right? But overall, not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, it's so fun. It's so fun to try to just make something make sense. And this is the beauty of thinking, right? So now, again, I'm gonna just get the other side of the bike down. By the way, I want to be very clear. The reason I can do any of this and why it looks even halfway believable is because all I do is practice fundamentals. And I really haven't practiced mannequins at all. I haven't practiced scene drawing really. Like I've been consistently pushing myself this session to like really bring scale and like think about perspective and all that stuff, right? But the fallback is my fundamental ability to draw simple forms, to think in perspective, and to manipulate those simple forms, and to have like see the grid on a much larger scale, right? Like that's what's actively keeping everything seemingly grounded, right? Even if, even if like there's a million issues, which there are, so it's not if there are a million issues, but I want to be very clear, right? And if what I'm saying, Silver Comet probably doesn't really give a shit because I'm pretty sure he agrees because he's also pretty skilled. I don't know if he actually is skilled, but he says he is, so I believe him. but if what I'm saying makes you go like, oh no, oh, somebody mentioning the fundamentals again, shut the fuck up, stop being a pussy, accept the fact that you have to learn the fundamentals and accept it in a way that's beneficial to your growth, as in like, wow, that's amazing. So if I just keep working at it and do my best and try to learn and just genuinely try to build something difficult in my mind, i.e., spatial reasoning, you're telling me I can just create random bullshit out of my mind in my own way, right? The answer is yes. Right. Again, I don't know why. And this is just me going on a tangent, completely unrelated. Nobody prompted this either. I am prompting myself. I'm literally triggering myself right now. But the big thing is respect the fundamentals and respect yourself. Right. If you do those two things, you will actually learn to enjoy the fundamentals, which is by focusing on the effort. Right. And the fundamentals of line form and perspective will always serve you very well in creating believable things, as you can see. Because yeah, this is million things wrong, but one thing that's kind of right is, hey, like this looks relatively believable, right? Yeah, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But anyways, I think like bikers always fucking hunching, right? So I'm trying to think about this guy's pelvis, right? I'm sure it has a curve. I'm sure it has a curve, but let's see. And again, like you see how I'm not trying to texture, I'm just literally trying to indicate the line. But we need to get his other leg going first. So what's his other leg looking like? Well, if this is anything to go by, right? And if this is like where the foot is, let me try something like this. Let me try like this is the foot, right? And that means this right here is the pedal. We'll just get the pedal right around there. This is not going to be like super accurate because it's hard to even think through these things, right? It's even hard to think through these things. Ah, two people left. They probably got butthurt from what I said. Pussies, all of you pussies. Vicky fam with me, god damn it. But anyways, I love that. I love that when I just say the truth, which is the basics of something are really important, and you're capable of learning it immediately. Obviously, I say it in a much more dickheady way, but I would like to think people have enough of a fucking brain cell to look past that. But anyways, like I love it when I say that shit. People just immediately leave. They're like, "Oh no, my fifis are hurt." Good, fucking get your fifis hurt, bro. All right, people need to understand that there's more to life than fifis, right? There's marijuana, there's cocaine, right? Heroin, perhaps. Have you thought about those things, right? Come on, so much more. But anyways, um, let's see. That's the foot. I want to think like it's right there going through. This is the calf. Okay, like I'm having a really hard time. I want to be very explicit. I'm having a really hard time um, making the logic of the thigh to the knee, but I'm thinking to the best of my ability on how to connect it, right? Like how do I connect this? And the main thing is, let's see, the foot's like that. This is the thigh. I think that the calf is right here, and then let's see, maybe something like this, right? Um, I think I made this too far out. I made this ellipse too close. It doesn't look like it's in front. It looks like it's attached to it, which is incorrect. I made this ellipse, which is part of the thigh cylinder, right? Too close, I believe. But either way, we have a do to let's see, just something like this maybe, right? And then that's the kneecap right there. That's okay. It is extremely jumbled. I understand that. It is extremely jumbled because again, I'm using simple forms. But what I'm hopefully it's conveying is like this person's on this leg and that is there, right? And it's a good amount of foreshortening actually, not too bad. I'm learning so much. I'm learning so fucking much about just how things could and should, and this is all based off like not intuition. It's based off my observations. It's based on my observations of real life. It's based on my understanding of perspective, and it's based off of my like how I've seen other artists draw space drawings. So it's those three things in combination that I'm constantly trying to cycle through my mind. And when I make the decisions, like how much foreshortening should exist, how is this shape existing, right? Yeah, like this guy doesn't look scared. He looks more shocked, right? But I kind of want him to fill up like the bear's titties, but like I literally want to just like squeeze the bear's man boobs, but maybe that's for next time, right? Maybe that's for next time. Fuck me, I dropped my pen cap. God damn it, right? But either way, this actually turned out to be pretty good, but I think like the space is definitely has issues. The space definitely has issues, 100%. So, but that's only if I don't make this look decent. So I'm just trying to think, like maybe I could have this guy twist. Maybe his body could be twisting like so, right? And that way this pelvis, or like the connection to the pelvis, is a little bit smaller, also turning, right? The cylinder. I'm trying to think, right? Because like people's bodies do bend, right? And okay, fuck it. How about everybody's just pointing a gun at this guy? That'd be hilarious. Let's see. And I'll twist this, right? We'll twist this body and we'll foreshorten the fuck out of it, right? We'll foreshorten the fuck out of it. But, oh, actually, like, no, because I need this, I need this guy's neck to make sense, actually. So Okay, so I've made another mistake, which I'll have to problem solve now, right? And hopefully it's helping me being extremely explicit about like what my process is and what I'm thinking about. But I made another mistake, right? I have twisted this body this way, seemingly, but and the thing is like now I have to really think about how do people's bodies twist in general, right? Like what is actually possible. So maybe it's something like this could be done. And let me just foreshorten the fuck out of this as well. And we'll add like a little curve to make it hopefully seem more legitimate. But let's see, something like this. Let's see, and this is shoulder, this is neck. What's something like this, right? And this is where I really need to think about the twist. And this could be completely wrong, but and I think I am wrong, right? And it's okay to be wrong. It's completely okay to be wrong, right? This is why we draw to be wrong. We draw to be wrong. I want to be very clear. We draw to be wrong and then to be corrected by self-assessment and the ability to try to understand. Right? Like this looks dumb. This looks dumb. Objectively, this looks dumb. But that's why we draw. Because to make a lot of dumb mistakes and then to try to correct it. Right? Like this guy's torso probably should have been a lot more foreshortened. A lot more actually, like even like fucking twice as much foreshortened. But I haven't done this before. I've never drawn a mannequin, a person foreshortened in this perspective. Holy bro, how did you get so good? What the fuck? You know how I got so good. I literally catalog everything. Novice, you know this. Novice, don't be such a novice when it comes to this. You know how I got good, bro. Click on my channel, look at my videos in catalog, right? Look at my streams. You know exactly how I got good. You literally know everything I've done in order, and it's playlisted. Years 1 to 2, year 3, year 4. It's all in order. Everybody knows how I got quote unquote so good, right? So this is just me pushing my boundaries. This is literally just me pushing my boundaries. Artwad can't be that good. Yes, it can. If you put the fucking work in and you do 100 times the work they require of you, it can. Again, it's all how did you become so cool? I was born with that. Thank you. Right? Sorry. There you go. I think that's better. But the thing is, like, it's not Artwad in the sense that, like, it is Artwad. Artwad's teachings are that fucking good, but it's how much you apply it that makes the difference. Volume, intentional volume, and it's all catalog, right? So if you find it hard to believe, you just need to update your reality, which is the reality I've provided to you, which is the sheer overwhelming evidence of my channel, right? It's as simple as that. Again, I say this all the time, but nobody watches my main videos, so I guess I'll say it on my streams, right? Which is, I am creating a geometric spatial simulation in my mind. These are the calculations that I do at the end of it. This is what I visualize, or I attempt to visualize and calculate consistently for an hour every single day, 5 days a week, right? That is extremely taxing on the working memory. Art is a thinking skill, right? I'm creating a spatial simulation in my mind. I'm just repeating myself here to make a point, right? This has 1 million times carryover to this, even when I don't practice this at all, and I only practice this, because what this is spatial reasoning taken to the natural extreme, right? Which is to see dozens and dozens of calculations of spatial relations within, between, and intertwined with each other and being held at the same time. Spatial reasoning is king, right? And queen. But like it's literally, this is how it works. And I've put over 130 hours in my portrait roadmap practice, as we've seen. It will take me another 200 hours to internalize this exact schema, this mental model, this calculation in as many angles as I possibly want to or can, right? Minimum another 200 hours, right? And as I continue to get better at that, I will simply, as I continue to practice this over my streams, get better at this. This is the 90%, right? This is the 10%. But this is the 90% what matters, because this is spatial reasoning, right? So it's very clear. Like it can't be any more clear than that. And by the way, like if I'm sounding rude, good, fuck you. No, it's just like you just gotta understand that that's literally what it is, right? It is simple, not easy. Artwad feels a bit too easy. Like I'm not getting enough mileage out of it. That's the problem. It's like Artwad's amazing, but they literally cater to beginners, and beginners are what? Pussies, right? Like have you attained a greater state of reasoning I mean, I have hit nirvana. I have hit nirvana. It happened yesterday. I was taking a shit, and when I flushed, it was incredible, right? But art watt is not too easy, right? Like they what they do amazing is like they make you feel like they genuinely do like you do get a good feeling of like I think I understand this, but they 100% skipped over. Fuck no, I never fucking washed my hands, bro. I literally like slurped on my mouth afterwards. But anyways, the only problem, and I use this word problem lightly because I get it, from a business perspective, they must cater to beginners, right? They must make people feel like they're progressing. And people are progressing. But for the progress that you are actually looking for, it is 100 times the volume that they tell you. I mean, let me say that again. It is minimum 50 to 100 times the volume, right? And with intent, not fucking around, but with intent, right? My portrait roadmap series over the next few years will prove, and I've been proving consistently, right, that it's not about like being special. It's not about understanding it better. It's literally about sheer intentional mileage put towards being in as much discomfort towards thinking and applying that thinking as often as possible, and gap effects, resting your brain, blah blah blah. But like that's literally it. This has taken me, right, it's been an hour. It's been 130. It's been 2.5 hours, almost 2.5 hours, right? This like when I started this drawing today. Like I only had the top half of this guy, and I only had the top half of this woman, right? The rest of this has taken me 2.5 hours, and I've spent vast majority of the time thinking, deliberating, spatially reasoning, zooming out, problem solving, right? So it's the same concept, right? And like I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. Art watt is not too easy. But the thing is, like, you're 100% right. Is like if you feel like you're not getting enough mileage out of it, you must put in literally as much work as you feel you need to until you're like, damn, I think I really get this now. And you have to be completely honest with yourself, right? Like you have to be completely honest with yourself. Like, how is it possible that and I'm not saying I'm special, like this has existed for fucking hundreds of years, but how is it possible that I took a step back and I'm like, I can understand the box 100 times more intimately? How? By seeing through the form, seeing every single visible cross-axis, diagonal cross-axis on the invisible and visible planes, seeing the center planes intersecting, seeing the ellipses inside those center planes, seeing the diagonal and vertical cross-sections inside those three intersecting center planes, and then seeing the ellipses inside of them, and then calculating the overall sphere based on that. And that is the schema. How did I do that? Through intentional volume, repetition, and just trying to push it to the natural extreme of like trying to understand that concept, right? So whatever you're practicing, literally fucking do the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of repetitions that you're naturally interested in wanting to get to know this thing. Sometimes it'll be easier to start to make the effort. Many times it won't be, and that's why you just keep fucking going and you focus on the effort. And lo and behold, 10 years later, look at me, I put 5,000 hours in, right? Look, I'm so much better, right? It's really very simple. It is not easy, but I think everybody's absolutely capable of it, right? Hashtag video inspires, right? But no, art watt is not too easy. Art watt, it feels easy because they teach you the concepts very, very well, right? And yeah, like their whole thing is like bite-sized information, which is great. But as you can see, what I'm doing with their bite-sized information is I'm taking one bite and I'm biting 500 fucking times, right, before the next bite. And the only way you can do this and the right word isn't staying sane. That's wrong. The only way you can do this and stay reasonable, rational, and just continue onwards is by extending the time horizon to decades, right? Like, I don't think I'm going to understand portraits. I don't think I'm actually going to draw proper portraiture for another 3 years, right? I could be right, I could be wrong. I tend to overestimate some things and underestimate other things, right? But it's like minimum, my mindset is minimum 5 to 10 years on portraits, minimum 5 to 10 years on figures, minimum 5 to 10 years on environments, right? Because I have a fucking 60-year plan of greatness. I literally have a 60-year plan of greatness. So like you once you have that, it's like, okay, I do and I die, right? And when I die, I'll have known this much and I'll have not known this much. But I spent a lot of time, a lot of really good time trying to understand that little bit, right? But yeah, power of spatial reasoning. Art watt is that good. Do 100 times the repetitions. What I always fucking say, right? And yeah, Novice, I hope that helps, right? I noticed you commented on my short, how do you draw ellipses? Understand the concept of ellipses, take some time to just understand like the concept, and then practice it 1,000 times in every single angle that you can, right? And put in as much cognitive effort as you can. Congratulations, you understand ellipses now, right? Like I think like definitely in this day and age, everybody's fucking obsessed with getting results immediately, but you are an idiot if you think that. And I'm not saying that in a mean way. I also thought that way, and I was an idiot, right? Like, and it's not our fault, right? If nobody tells you, and I don't know why I'm talking like this, right? But it's not our fault. Nobody tells you. Like, when you grow up, what do you hear? Oh, you naturally get it. You're so smart. Do what you're good at. Blah blah blah. Nobody says. And when they talk about learning, what do people say about learning? Even now, learning is so difficult. It's so fucking. It's painful. It's this, that, and the other. It's like, shut the fuck up. Learning is effort. Learning is attaching dopamine to effort, and then learning is just resting during your learning in of itself. Our brains, every single human being's brain is not above the laws of neuroplasticity. It's not above the laws of repetition, and it's not above the laws of effort, right? And everybody can get better at focusing because focusing is a genuine skill, right? So there's a lot to it, but yeah, this is how I'm at this point. I mean, I appreciate the niceness and the way you said it, like, oh wow, you got so good. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you, but I'm of the opinion that this is nothing special. And another thing that I talk about this in my videos because I'm always going on fucking rants when I'm drawing, right? Because my mind is like, I'm like mentally masturbating to 500 calculations. But I guess it's on my stream, it's a bit better because I can tell 2 people now rather than the 4 people who watch intermittently, right? So one thing is, and you must repeat this to yourself, right? Just pure objectivity. I'm only as quote unquote good, right? I only have the skills that I deserve to have based on the work that I've done, right? You like calculators a lot. Yeah, well, if you want to be a draftsman, you must push the buttons, right? But and I say this all the time. But right, which is you're only as good as the work you have put in, as the effort you have put in, and for how long you put that effort, for the duration you put that effort, for the intensity you put that effort, and for the and the direction you put that effort, right? I only deserve to be as good, quote unquote, as I am right here because of the effort I've put in. No more, no less, right? That's it. And there's no feelings attached to it. It's just this is literally just a reality and a reflection of my effort. Like that's all anybody deserves. And once you can literally just remove yourself from the expectation, right, and keep focusing on the effort and be purely objective and treat yourself like a fucking engineering project where like you just be an observer to your learning, right? How much can you notice that what's going well? How much can you lean into that? How much can you notice what's not working well? How much can you attach dopamine, i.e. just feel good, gaslight yourself? It's literally proven to work, right? And constantly focusing on trying to improve that, right? And over hundreds and hundreds of repetitions, the things you notice will improve, the things you are aware of will improve, and your ability to improve will improve, right? Because improving is a skill. So yeah. What's your favorite part about them? Buttons, numbers, or even the case? I just like looking at them and then just fucking nutting, bro. Right? Like literally. That wasn't even a good joke. I don't really have anything else going for me apart from the jizz jokes. But I don't know what to say. Calculators are nice. Yay, calculators are nice. But I think Novice fucked off. I genuinely think Novice just fucked off. I don't know if he was here. I don't know if he was listening. I don't know if any of this helped. But like the one thing I want to imbue upon beginner artists is get your head out of your ass. And I don't even mean that in a mean way. I'm literally just mean like be purely objective. And I mean purely objective, right? Like art is not anything where you're like, I'm doing it with my soul and my feelings. That is great. That comes after, in my opinion. Like, and you can still feel that way, by the way. That's fine. Like you can still feel that way. But as long as you feel that way, understanding the work ethic and the effort that you are capable of doing that comes with it consistently over time, right? Boo! Yeah, I know, right? I can't believe he's saying that art is not feeling. It is actual technical ability. Oh my God, what controversy, right? But 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 yeah, like I don't know if novice is still here, but like it really is that simple, right? And it's not easy, but it's straightforward, right? Skill acquisition is straightforward in the fact that like you just keep trying, you figure out the fundamentals, you keep going, and you just throw your ego in the fucking trash. Like I know for as much as I can tell, there are over 100 things wrong with every single thing I've drawn here, right? And there might be hundreds more that I cannot see yet because I don't have the context, which I can only gain through more volume to get there, right? To like get to that understanding. But I don't have any reservations or any fucking like presumptions or anything about like what my art should be, how good I should be, or where I should be, or how people should receive this. People receive it as they do because it's a direct consequence of the effort that I put in. I deserve to be only as good as the work I put in, quote unquote good, right? So yeah, Novi's probably fucked off, but let's go back to let's just finish this guy's let's just finish this, right? Let's just finish this drawing, right? Yeah, that's all I have to say. Novice, I do not know if you're here or not, but Maybe it helped, and maybe if not Novus, anybody else who's listening to this, maybe it helped, right? Uh, if it sounds too real, I mean, it's not to be like it is literally just reality, right? Like you must see reality clearly, right? Where am I? Where do I want to be? What does it take? How do I take like, and what can I do to improve it? That's why I keep fucking trying to quote unquote teach, or just like inform people on how to actually learn, because the brain has mechanisms that it literally is built in to help you learn, right? But it only happens when you lean into the friction, right? Which is what I'm trying to do right now. But let's see. Okay, what do I want to do with this guy's arms? Maybe we should just have him ride the bike. Okay, so maybe this guy is actually looking at the dude with the gun instead, right? I'm just trying to think. I like, by the way, like when I was silent, I was just thinking about how I'm gonna make his hands connect to the arm. The handle, I was also thinking about like if how much foreshortening the bear should have, right? So like there's a lot of things to think about, right? But yeah, I don't know. I hope that helped him, but that probably just made him be like, "Fuck this guy. It's I don't want to work." Who knows? Who knows? Right? It's an assumption on my end. I'm being very like I understand that it's an assumption on my end, but I've kind of just accepted that people don't want to hear the fact that for some reason people don't want to hear the fact that like it takes work, but more than anything, I guess they don't want to hear the fact that they're capable of it, right? Oh no, I'm just gonna dick around. But like again, if you're not, it's not even about like whether you're doing it right or wrong. It's just look at where it has gotten you, like what you currently are capable of, and then be purely objective, and be like, is this the direction I want to go? Yes, no. What are the things I need to go? What are the things I need to do to go in that direction? You get max 2 to 3 things because it really shouldn't be any more than that. Otherwise, it's too much, right? Then it's like, okay, how much of it do I need to do? The answer is always hundreds, right? Okay, now, am I going to do that? Yes, no, right? Yes, cool. Then you'll see exactly the work you put in is what you deserve. No, well, you see where you are is what the work you had put in is what you deserve, right? It's extremely straightforward. You know, I'm painfully aware of my deficiencies, but I don't see them as a negative. I simply just see them as deficiencies, and not like the word deficiencies. I'm not using it in a like any other context apart from just something that is missing, and that is from a pure skill acquisition point of view. And those deficiencies will be, to the best of my ability, filled in tiny incremental gaps over hundreds and thousands of hours over decades, right? Simple, not easy, but straightforward, and everybody is capable, right? Every single human being. And even the dogs, they're all very capable, right? But I want this guy's hands to be, I did want them to be doing something funny, but I feel as if we'll just we'll just make it like his shoulder. You must like learning. I dabble. You have quite the vocabulary. Oh, lolly. Arigato. I must like learning. I dabble. Right. I only listen to podcasts 5 times a day. No, I just like reminding myself of learning. But yeah, like I got obsessed with learning when I realized anybody could learn. And I was like, oh, if I'm in anybody and everybody else is in anybody, therefore we are family. Right. But anyways, let's. Oh wait, that was an accident. So let's do something like this. Try to just figure out how to close this properly. Uh, there you go, something like that. Right. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else really heard or even tried to understand what I was saying. Hopefully they did. I genuinely just try to give people whatever. I mean, the thing is, nobody will listen to me until fucking 10 years from now, where I'm doing this, but it's with 10 times more fidelity, understanding, composition, design, gesture, blah, 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 blah. And then they will look at the archive and be like, oh, he actually like, he was onto something. And I'm not onto anything. I'm literally just saying what everybody before me has said, who is incredible, who I revere as great, right? Who I see as great. I don't even say anything special. I just say what is, no, honestly, just the truth. It's just the truth, right? Like when I die, I'll only be as good as the work I put in. And it's about making peace with that, right? Like right now, what I'm capable of is what I'm capable of. But the thing is, like what I'm capable of is what I'm striving to be capable, right? Like right now, like I've been doing things that I've never done before, and some of it has worked out, and a lot of it hasn't worked out. But that's where the learning is happening. Where like when it is working out, I'm like, okay, I think I know, understand why. Analyze. When it isn't working out, I'm like, okay, I think I know, understand why. analyze. Like it's just I'm only as capable as I try to be, right? And many times it's just learning about that. But like yeah, like I've learned a lot about space here. I definitely think I could have even pushed this angle even further with this guy's wheel, right? I'm still trying to what the reason I haven't drawn this rod yet, like that connects up here, right? Is I'm literally just trying to think about the the perspective because this is going this way. Like it's like very subtle. This is not as curvilinear as I want it to be, but let's see, like going like this, and then this going this way, this going this way. So that means this thing right in the middle, it's a little bit more curved, right? Or it's like basically almost straight. And I'm thinking about that. I am actively thinking about that, right? While I'm doing this, but and I also have to think like where is the it's like right here. See, like I have to also think about the foreshortening of this box that this is in, and it's like right around here. And this is basically like this point right here is where the there you go, where this and I'll foreshorten that a little bit as well. But this is basically where the handle, I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe it should be, right? And this is where I get to draw. Let's see, this is where I get to draw the yeah the arm. And this is again like foreshortening, right? Like we just have to, and I'm getting a little bit better. I think a little bit, nothing incredible, but I think I am getting a little bit better at it, right? And there you go. It's like right around there, right? And we'll just make like a little, not a design, but just the fucking handles. I don't even know. Let's just draw the handles. And it's nothing incredible about the hand. Actually, fuck. I shouldn't have made it that line because I should have been thinking about the curvilinear perspective, but maybe let's see, we'll have his hand out here. There you go. Maybe if I like angle it like that. And then it's getting a lot smaller. So there you go. That's a lot of foreshortening, hopefully happening as well. That looks pretty bad. I know it looks pretty bad. Let's bring it out there, and then his thumb is on the other side. Lots of mistakes. Lots of mistakes. Completely just. It's okay. Could have been a lot better, but there you go. Maybe it's connected like so, but connect it here as well, right? This little line. Bring it over here, and then I guess we don't see his other arm. Maybe we see the shoulder. We definitely see the shoulder, and like right around. Do we see the shoulder around here? I think we see it like right here. There you go. Right. So and we don't see the other arm because like the other arm is like on this side of the handle and it's like connecting right there, and that's okay. Like even if we do see it, it's okay to omit it. I think, right? So there you go. Right, and again we'll get the it does make me a bit sad that like when I say this shit and people ask me and then when I tell them what it is, like I don't get a response and I'm like, damn, bro, I really wish people would take this shit more seriously. I mean, like, or at least don't pretend like you don't take it seriously or like you do take it seriously. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just wish people actually listen to me. I only have the answers. But I wonder if I should give this guy like an afro. Fuck it, let's give him an afro, right? Right, like I don't even know what the fuck an afro looks like, but there you go. Ta-da! And then there you go. Just fucking add a little, these little fucking, what is it, like contour? Not contour, this is the form being indicated. There you go, whatever. Should I stop it here? I think this is actually a pretty cool scene. We can leave it here. It definitely challenged my brain a lot. Like this challenged my brain a lot, but I feel as if it's pushing my scene building a little bit. Not a little bit. This has pushed my scene building quite a bit. Oh, let me just do this. Let me just do this. So it's like, oh yeah, there's like this is for my thumbnail, right? So I'll just do this, right? Silver comet penguin. Yeah, I'll do it next time. I'll do it next time. Trust. I'll draw the penguin like right here, asking this guy for like if he wants to buy his eggs too, right? I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Maybe you'll have to remind me, but next Friday, hopefully I can stream. But with that being said, I hope everybody enjoyed this. I genuinely hope everybody enjoyed this. Right? This was actually pretty fun. Yeah, I hope this stream doesn't glitch and it actually shows up on my live tab because like for some reason, or at least in my studio, my YouTube studio, because the previous stream didn't, and it only seems to exist on the desktop version, like the live tab on the live tab. So yeah, I had lots to take in, but this is actually pretty okay. I genuinely think this is pretty okay. This is power of simple forms, everybody. Power of simple forms. And more than anything, power of just purely practicing geometric spatial reasoning, right? And I can't even wait till, I mean, I can wait, but it's going to be crazy when I get to organic because, you know, I'm going to do exactly the same level of autism that I did with the geometric, but with the organic. And that's going to teach me a lot and make me even better, right? But good stuff, good stuff. Lots to learn, right? And with that being said, right, I'm gonna call it here. And if anybody has any last final words to say, please don't, because I'm leaving. So with that being said, right, everybody have a good one. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day, right? And as always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing, and please give me money, give me money.